Finally, I got it.
I'm so ready.
Well, that's good because we're online.
We are.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm here. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Jaspers Game Day Initiative Order one-shots. My name is Sumner. I'll be DMing today. I am from Fateful Encounters. We stream every Monday at 7:30 Central Standard Time. We're going to go through everyone and just see where everyone's at, where they stream, who they is, and what they is about. Let's start from the top left. We got Ellys. Or, I'm sorry, that's the character's name.
Yep. I am Pepperina Sparkle Gem on Instagram. I am on the Crit Stormcast podcast as Thea, the Fallen Azamar fighter. I've been guest spotting on the It's a Mimic podcast, talking about monsters and gnomes like I'm playing today. I have been on the Initiative Order a couple of times in the Adventures Wanted streams. And yeah, I'm a little bit everywhere.
All right, and that will bring us to the Lizzie.
Hello, I'm Lizzie Donahue. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at the LizzieLD. I'm so excited to be here today. You can find me right after this stream over on Casual Campbell's channel for our exciting conclusion, maybe, of Volcania. And it's going to be full of drama and excitement. People dying, people not being dead who were dead, we thought. I'm very excited to be there, and I'm very excited to play today.
I am so excited. I actually haven't played Dungeons and Dragons with any of you, and I'm very excited to. And I've watched all content across the table today. And then, of course, we have Queer Adventure Time.
Hello, my name is Coral Reefer, also known as Queer Adventure Time. You can catch me over on twitch.tv/queerventuretime. You'll see me in chat. I can't shut up. You can also catch me not shutting up on Twitter, where it's Q Venture Time, because Queer Venture Time was too many characters. I am a trans variety streamer. We talk about gender, sexuality, politics. We try to have really wholesome vibes for some pretty unwholesome topics. So if that sounds like something that is up your alley, we would love to chat with you.
So a bunch of uncensored hand-holding.
Yeah, well, like
in public.
We run through the gambit. Like, we will talk about kink, we will talk about like the structure of government, we will talk about, and we will do it all while smiling and making sure that everybody feels nice, safe, happy, and comfortable.
I'll show you a gambit, by the way, tonight. But Centuries Untold.
Hello, I'm Centuries Untold, pretty much anywhere that matters. My name's Carrie. I do just playing some video games on Twitch sometimes. I enjoy tabletop role-playing as well, and I enjoy hanging out with friends, so I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, and we're super happy to have you.
Yeah.
And then we have I am not Kevin Bacon, which is that true?
Unfortunately for all Kevin Bacon fans, yes it is.
I still don't believe it.
Believe you're Kevin Bacon.
So on IG, I'm not Kevin Bacon is my tagline. On Twitch, Aloha808, because none of my shit matches, but that's how I roll. I stream on TIO every once in a while. Played with Ellys before, and I've actually played with this character. I have a new show with Coral, Symbarum. Next Sunday will be episode 2. I worked with my partner, Got the Ray, and we do Evermore Tales the opposite Sunday of Symbarum. That would be episode 3 on August 8th. So same channel, different time. Yeah, looking forward to this. Thanks for coming by, everybody, and everybody who's able to donate. Thank you.
Yeah. And let's get to Rachie Pie. Rachie Pie.
Hi, my name's Rachel, but everybody just calls me Rachie or Rachie Pie. None of my stuff matches either on social media, just like the person before me. On Twitch, I'm Rachie Pie. Twitter, I'm Rachie314. Instagram, don't even worry about it. I don't stream, but I do play tabletop games and video games with all my friends that do stream. And if you are looking for me, you can find me in Jenna's online chat because I'm one of her mods.
Yeah, you're everywhere, Rachie. I feel like you're super active.
I am.
It's always a super nice bumping into you across Twitch, I feel like. But yeah, so as we were told, looks like we slaughtered through the first the goal of $1,000 for Jaspers Game Day. So well done, good job. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. We do have a stretch goal of 1,500. So there will be information in chat on that. And then throughout this stream, there's going to be a giveaway. So if you do !Jaspers in chat for a Jaspers Game Day specific D20, we'll be pulling for that when we come back from our break. Just Jaspers, not exclamation point. I'm so used to doing exclamation point giveaway. Just Jaspers in chat, so Jaspers. All right. So we can go ahead and get ready with our characters. Is everyone ready for some Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes. Dragons, I'm good to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'd prefer Dungeons and Jargons.
Dungeons and Dragons. You love those
I'm
verbal typos.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a dragon queen, so.
It's like, no, I need my
I
dragon.
need a dragon to show up.
I'm a dragon looking for my horde. Have you seen it?
Dragon seeking horde.
Yeah.
Dragon seeking horde.
Oh, that was good.
Large and
Is that
ready.
a new misconnections category on Craigslist?
He's just at a he's comically large at a tiny little laptop. My inbox is still empty. Why? Sorry. Anyway. So let's go back around with our characters this time. So we have our IRL selves. So we're all awesome people, and now let's meet our awesome characters. We're gonna go in the same order. Let's meet Ellys. Who is Ellys?
Okay. Ellys is a rock gnome monk. She's got purple hair, and she, is in the usual monk like robes and sort of flowy, colorful. She's bright. She is excited about everything. So she's up for any adventure. She finds the joy in all of life. She kind of has the vibe like she just drank about 5 iced coffees. So
Gosh.
she's ready to, but she will also kick your ass. So she's just ready to go.
Hi, my name is Ellys. I like to party.
Ellys. Yeah.
And so who is Elfaba? Or Elfaba? You say it, not me.
It's Elfaba, yes.
It is Elfaba, okay.
So, Elfaba, yes. Elfaba, she is, when you look at her, you see a sort of sparkly, like blonde, elven, high elf. She is wearing somewhat simple, but like still very nice clothing. You get the sense that she like holds herself with a certain sort of bearing. And she is a cleric of the goddess of beauty. And so she met Ellys. This is what we're doing, right? We're saying how we met.
Yeah.
So she met Ellys at a party. There was some nice gathering at a castle, and Ellys had been invited because she was just so infectious. And they just really connected. Elfaba was just so she just really loved Ellis's vibe and just really wanted to be in her presence.
Ellys would have just loved your like sparkly skin and just run up and be like, "You are so pretty. We have
Be
to
my friend."
You hit every box. Your skin is spread.
All right, and that's Elfaba.
And that'll bring us to Saw, actually.
Yeah, so Saw is a turtle druid who is very, very old and has a very long beard. So looks absolutely nothing like me. Their pronouns are they them, and I am not going to misgender them by mixing them up with my pronouns because I just call myself she all the time. And they walk around with a large gnarled staff and a ragged cape and a shield made out of wood. That's just, a round shield with planks that they have bound together with leather. All of their clothing is minimal, functional. They have a shell. So, clothing at a certain point gets kind of redundant. And yeah, they met Elfaba. How did they meet Elfaba?
Yes.
Excited to find this out.
I'm really glad I went first, so I didn't have to do this.
Oh no, you're gonna have to do this. You're gonna do this for Rachie Pie's character.
Rage. Oh, that was
Get ready.
rules.
You didn't escape. How dare you? How dare you suggest you escaped? I met Elfaba. I think Elfaba was out in the woods, gathering some, some flowers for a stunning arrangement that she had to bring to a party, and she got caught unawares by a bears. And I think I came over and made friends with the bear and was all like,
Hey, counter. What if you were the bear?
I thought about that for a hot second. I really did. And I was all like, you know what? Okay, mashing the two together, made friends with the bear by turning into a bear.
You were like, wait, bear pause,
Hilarious.
right? Just a minute.
Bear
You
pause?
talked to Bear by
Bear
turning
pause.
into
Bear pause. That's gonna bring us to Asperity.
All right, so Asperity is a Asperity wraith. She is a human barbarian of a totem beast path thing, whatever that's called. I forgot. So she has a wolf totem spirit, basically. Her hair is a little wild, kind of like a thick, furry, gray wolf mane kind of thing going on there. She's older. She's around 70 years old. She grew up in a noble family, but she was a little too wild and ended up embarrassing them constantly. And so she left that and she just went off on her own, being like, I don't need you guys. I don't need anything. But she was still raised up in that. So she's, for a barbarian, she's very intelligent and tends to talk very, very noble-like. She met Sa probably when she started going out into the wilderness by herself, happened upon this turtle druid just one day and made friends with them because she, in a way, she is very in tune with druid culture as well.
Wild. And that'll bring us to Kraab.
Hi, my name is Kraab. I don't really like this tavern because it's in the city and I fucking hate the city. I'm 180 degrees opposite of Elfaba. She's beautiful and carries herself in this way, and I'm Kraab. I'm a goblin ranger. I do functional over glamour because I run around in the woods and shit gets stuck in branches and stuff. And if I wear nice things, it'd just look like crap anyway. I I run around with Ellys, who we saved the wormling, which was really cool because we got to kill a hag, and that was awesome because fuck the hag. Saved the wormling. After saving the wormling, we were out and about, and we ran into Asperity, and I'm small, and I like big friends. It's very helpful. So we definitely bonded. I don't know if she feels the same way, but I do. I consider her one of my best buds because when things go bad, I can hide behind her and shoot things and hide, and it's great. I'm Kraab.
I love it.
I love goblins so much. I also love the criteria for friendship in this group. We're like, you're pretty, we're friends now. You're large, we're best friends now.
Real children stick together.
Yeah.
And that's going to bring us to Rynrielle. Am I saying that right?
Yes. Rynrielle is a tabaxi rogue. She has gray fur, and basically she's just gray, but she has bright green eyes. And
how'd you meet Kraab?
Oh, how did we meet Kraab? I believe that one time Kraab came into a city, even though he doesn't like them, and I was one of the very few people that spoke Goblin, so we bonded instantly because I could speak his language.
That is a solid reason.
You can speak my language. We're friends now.
No, if you've ever traveled internationally, if you see another English speaker, you're like, we are sticking together. So,
you and me, buddy.
You and me, we could hate each other, but we speak the same
Rin
language.
because she speaks my language.
You were going to order my drinks for me.
Smile.
Yeah. I'm tired of pointing at menus and nodding yes. So, and because Coral said this, Ellys, how did you meet Rynrielle?
Well, I was probably hanging with Kraab when they met, and Ellys would have just seen this tabaxi and been like, kitty! And just been so excited to see a cat person. And I just had to know her.
Okay, let me start with the music here. All right. We're going to dive in now. So, we find our adventurers traveling once more, traveling from one big city to the next, just like Kraab likes, in search for those who need help, in search of family heirlooms, offering enough gold for them to keep doing what they love doing. After a week of travel across the continent, their carriage service has requested a night's rest in the nearby town of Terranhelm, a town only recently placed on maps, when its growing popularity amongst travelers and adventurers. The driver has been eager to drop off these adventurers and also pepper in the fact that this town has a tavern that's open for all hours of the day, and he simply wants to see the quality of their elder mead and see if it's as good as last time. When the carriage pulls in, the wheels start to fling mud from the narrow dirt road, gone soft from the light drizzle of rain that has begun to envelop the village's modest cottages. You pass a large stone statue of a man wearing a long coat, hands on both hips, and a large grin. At its base, underneath the word Highcaster, you see individual flowers in small bouquets gently laying on the stone while the rain taps at their petals. The carriage approaches the only building within the cluster of homes that appear to have any light emanating from the windows. When the wheels stop and slowly sink into the mud, the driver lets you off before going to find where to stable his horses. The two-story building before you is written in a seemingly intentional, sloppy fashion, The Drunken Monk. It's late at night, but frankly, you all slept on the travel and stand wide awake, ready to start your day at the glorious hour of 9 p.m. in the drizzle. What would you like to do?
Well, I think we should go in. I don't really want to keep standing in the rain.
Oh, the rain's good for you.
Well, then you can continue to stand out in the rain, and she.
No, I want to drink. I want to drink.
Let's go drink.
Elfaba's pretty, so here's a rag. I give you like this rag, but it's got holes to cover yourself because I don't care about the rain. It's fun.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Just go inside.
Yeah, Saw is absolutely the last one in, really soaking up the rain. LOL being an amphibian. And before they go in, you said there's like bouquets outside.
Yeah, there's a large stone statue of a man that says Highcaster at the base, and there's a bunch of flowers at the base of it.
Is there any
Almost-
other info that I would know about Highcaster?
Not at this moment, no.
Great. Then if there's any bouquets that have flowers that are not bloomed, I am going to use Druidcraft on them to make them flower.
That is beautiful. Yeah, you go over and you cast Druid Cast, and you see a couple flowers beginning to wilt or lacking petals they once had, and they beautifully bloom out as if they were in the prime of their life, to celebrate perhaps the lack of another.
And then I slowly walk into the tavern, soaking up the last bits of rain.
Goodbye, rain. Until next time. As you enter, you see a vast room separated by large wood columns that separate the support the second floor above you. A bunch of tables and chairs of varying sizes and shapes. Nothing seems to really match. There's a large table in the center of the room with a feast's worth of food half eaten, surrounded by people that are just getting up and beginning to say their goodbyes and goodnights to each other, and they pass you to go through the door you just entered through.
Did somebody say food?
I said drinks, but food is good too.
I'm
So
gonna follow Asperity as she goes in.
Yeah.
So just for our viewers, we do have Roll20 up right now. I'll be describing everything they're seeing. But to the players, you guys are welcome to move your tokens around and identify certain things that you see. I just ask that you just describe how you're doing it so our viewers can kind of see what you see.
Asperity just kind of starts weaving through this crowded tavern, honestly, and finds the empty bar stool and goes there, and she's like, "I'll just have an ale, please, when you get a chance."
The little boy behind, he's at eye level with the counter. He says, "Okay," and he just runs from left to right, and he goes to pour a tap that's way too high for him.
Aren't you a little young to be running a bar like this?
I don't drink it. It's just I just work here. And he pulls the tap up and he brings it to you and he says, "That'll be 2 silver." And he hands his hand out like expectantly.
Yeah. True.
"Thank you." And he throws it into a jar. Was Saw doing something?
Yeah, Saw is going to follow Asperity, not at the same pace. Weaving through, though, in their wake, because they do not like to push through themselves. But instead of going to the bar, they're going to go to this table and just kind of like eye it. And can I make like an insight, perception, some form of wisdom check to see if I can eat it without people getting pissed?
So that's like a social grace check. I'll do perception for that. Yeah. I'm kind of reading the room.
Yeah. Okay. What's the reading the room chat?
I'm
What's
gonna
the
say-
vibe chat?
I want to say perception.
Vibe check.
Vibe check.
Yeah. That's 25.
25. When you start to look around, you see no one really paying mind to you specifically. You don't even think people would really notice. They may even assume that you were with the group that was here originally. But as you do perceive the room, you see an older, middle-aged woman with beautifully silver wavy hair coming down, and she's actually wearing an eye patch on one of her visible eyes, peering through. "Oh, I'm so sorry. I meant to clean this table before anyone else came in. Please help yourself."
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. I hate to see food go to waste. It looks so
that's what
delicious.
Right. I made it myself. Would your friends like a seat here as well? And she gestures to what she assumes is your friends.
yeah, I go ahead and look over at them, give a little nod.
Oh, all right.
Shrug.
Yeah, I'd look at Saw and go,
It's free. I guess I'll
Look back at the woman.
Okay.
It's already paid for. I hate to offer you scraps. If there's anything new or fresh I can get you, I'd be happy to do so.
No.
This is
there
first class
seems
to me.
and I'm gonna sit down and
Yeah.
start eating.
I point to the turkey that is still entirely whole, and I say, I don't even. I am shocked.
Yeah, some people are wasteful. It's not my way, but they paid for it in full. So, what accent is this woman? But she's exotic. But, and looking around the room with your perception saw, you see a bunch of people at these tables. Every table seems to be occupied in some fashion, with people sharing stories jovially, some loud, some not. There appears to be a scholarly discussion being heated in the corner. On a raised section, part of the of the tavern, there's a halfling man that's standing on the table. He's wearing a fine blue overcoat and a white blouse with his cravat that stands out just as much as his golden hair. When you notice him, you actually see him raise his hand towards the front door, which you guys just came through, and he welcomes in 3 Goliaths that stomp through the tavern, nearly shaking the floorboards. And they sit down with authority, and they shake the table he stands on. And right as you notice that, the older woman breaks your line of sight and says, "Can I get you anything fresh? Any ale, mead, or space?"
We've heard the excellent things about the mead here.
Yes, our elderberry mead is comes and goes, but when it's here, it's good.
Well, can we have some for the table?
Of course. That'll be 2 glasses, yeah. 2 bottles, no problem. I'll be right back. And she leaves very
And
quickly.
Saw insight check these Goliaths.
Insight. Okay, roll insight.
Yeah, you said that they come in with authority, and with authority strikes me. Strikes me to the tune of a 19.
With a 19 insight, you can tell that these Goliaths are not here to enjoy themselves, and they appear to be fixed on this halfling man, hanging on every word. And before you know it, every time he seems to say something, they get more and more visibly angry.
I am going to say very low to the party. Those Goliaths are not here to enjoy themselves. And it seems like the halfling has some form of effect on them.
Effect.
I slowly look at Asperity. Magical, I'm sure.
I totally disregard Saw, and in Goblin, I look at Ryn.
Hey, Rin, the grub's pretty good. You should get some.
Rin nods her head and pulls something off the table and just starts eating. But she's paying attention to everybody else as well.
Yeah, you pick off of an entire rack of ribs where it seems like only 1 rib was taken.
Yes, ribs.
Been too long, damn.
All right.
You see, as you guys are kind of just doing that thing that we all do and don't talk about, where we eat and we kind of looking at people across the
Yeah.
room,
Mhm.
like, what are you
Ellys
gonna do?
isn't looking at anybody. She's just like having a good time. Like she would have skipped over there. She would have pulled out this little book that she carries and opened it, and it's a gnome-sized chair because you can't ever find a gnome-sized chair anywhere you go. So she sits
Have
at
one.
the head of the table where there's not a chair there. So
Mhm.
she's just eating. She's looking for the sweetest thing, like if there's a dessert, if there's any cake. probably notices the Goliaths because how do you not? But
How do
she's
you
just
not?
excited that like, look at how big those guys are.
Especially compared to you, the gnome.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're looking for something sweet, but you see remnants of things that were sweet, but it looks like the people before you jumped right to dessert, and they left nothing for you.
I feel that.
However, the woman, the silvery, wavy hair woman, comes back with a large silver tray with 2 bottles of the elderberry mead and 6 plates that you see have these like pastries on them. I came back. Here are the drinks and a little something I made myself. I assume you're new here. It's a recipe I've been working on, so let me know what you think, laddies. And she divvies out lemon square.
Yes. Before
You
go,
miss.
I must say that group over there is quite intriguing. That small halfling with 3 Goliaths. Do you know them? Do they come here often?
Well, the halfling man, that's a Finton Hillstep. The Goliaths, I've never seen them before in my life.
What does Finton do?
Finton, he is the head butler for Highcaster Manor, I presume. I've never... We just know who he is. I haven't had the pleasantry.
I see. I saw that statue out there. It seemed like someone you quite venerate.
God rest his soul. Yes, he had passed sometime. There are rumors going here and there, but we miss him very much.
Is there someone who inherited?
He is a Highcaster. He is a quite famous in these parts for adventuring, as you do, making this town quite a bit of gold and notoriety. It's why this tavern is as busy as it is. He brings people in and he helps what he can. His passing is a grave loss.
Can I just silently insight check whether or not they actually miss him very much?
Yes, you can do insight for sure.
Just specifically that. I'm sorry, this is this character.
Mm-hmm.
The silent bitch who's just like constantly like, are you sure? Are we sure about that?
Can I do that as well? See if there's any like underlying thing.
Yeah, sure. You can both roll insight.
Great. Well, 13.
13.
Also, this person doesn't happen to be a dwarf, right?
She's a human woman, from what you can tell.
Okay, great.
Might be a werewolf. We don't know.
We don't know.
Wait, I mean, you don't know.
Don't know.
She's a woman, though. She's a human.
Asperity is gonna finish first her ale and then grab one of the bottles of mead, like the whole bottle. Grabs the bottle and she stands up and she's like, I'm going to check this out. And she's just gonna walk over to the table with the 3 Goliaths and the halfling and set the bottle down there.
Verity, please.
Very excited for that. With the 13 insight, you can tell that she is being sincere from what you can tell. You can tell that her knowledge on this seems to be limited by her word choice, but she's in the midst of a social environment and she gets the vibe of it and she's relaying that vibe fairly accurately from what you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
With Asperity, the barbarian coming down and slamming that glass on the table, are you just staring at them or do you say anything?
I say, looks like you guys are having a party over here. Thought I'd bring something to help you out.
The larger Goliath man who appears to be, which in its fairly common knowledge with Goliaths, they act like a tribe, like a pack of wolves in a way. There's a clear alpha. This alpha, who's visibly alpha, stands up.
I would say so.
And he grabs the bottle of mead, breaks the neck of it on the table, and chugs half of it and slams it back down, spilling another quarter of it. And he looks to you.
What are you doing here?
Oh, well, you guys are just making all sorts of noise. Just was figuring maybe you needed something to help calm your nerves a little bit, that's all.
He grabs the mead bottle again.
Maybe this isn't such a shit tavern anyway. He takes a sip of it
takes a sip of it, not as aggressively, and he hands it gently back to you, as if you can tell that he's very angry, but in a way he's subtly saying thank you. And he hands it back, and he averts his attention back to the halfling, and he grabs him by the cravat and lifts him up.
Listen here, you excuse for a rat. You brought us here on a day's travel, and you say no?
And he slams him down on the table, and it spills the drinks on the table, spilling everything, including the lemon squares that they were also brought. And the
Not
halfling.
the lemon squares.
And a minute.
Barry catches one and eats it.
That's good because Ellys ate yours as soon as you left.
At this point, there's commotion. So there is a, and he begins to talk very down to him.
We traveled for days to meet you at this godforsaken ale shack, only for you to reject us before we can even finish a drink.
And the halfling man just withers away, and his hands is trying to keep him from being hurt. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause you any harm. Please, my apologies. I have strict orders to.
Your apologies mean nothing. Tell us how to get into the High Caster Manor so we can get our damn golden leave.
And the minute you hear the word Highcaster being said, the tavern goes quiet. Please don't hurt me. And the Goliath shoves that empty bottle back to Asperity.
Get me another one.
Nobody else opened that bottle, did they?
I mean, I definitely did, but
Yeah, Ellys.
I think I'll walk over with what's.
If any of you were going to walk over, Saw would 100% like put their hand on your shoulder and ask to take the bottle and go up instead. Because
All right, I'll hand it to you.
Y'all
It looks like I'm
squishy
about to go.
fishes. He's like, they're like, I've got a big ass shell. Y'all stay here.
As Saw brings this bottle over, Asperity's just going to go, so, it sounds like you three may be treasure hunters of a sort.
You could say that. If this halfling man would tell us what he needs to tell us.
I'm sorry. I'm still going through names, please. And he puts his hands up again just to not get hurt.
Can I ready an action?
Yes. What are you ready?
If they go to like strike him at all,
Okay.
like anything beyond a grapple, Saw wants to I don't have like the protection fighting style or anything,
Yep.
but Saw wants to try to interpose themselves and and get in between and stop it.
Okay. Very cool. Okay. Definitely will note that. Does anyone else, Kraab, Rynrielle, Ellys, Asperity, Elfaba?
I'm gonna push my dessert to Ellys because I know she has the sweet tooth.
I was really hoping he would.
Your priorities are fantastic.
But I'm watching the table going, why do they always pick on the fucking small ones? And I start kind of like looking a little displeased, and Ellys would know that look because small.
Oh.
Mhm.
Elfaba is watching. She's not readying the spell, but she is toying with the casting Calm Emotions, but she doesn't want to quite reach for magic yet to try and defuse the situation.
Ellys is gonna shove the lemon square in her mouth that Kraab gave her and say, should we show him what small can do?
Let's see what Asperity does. She can take care of herself, but we're ready.
We're ready.
Okay.
Ryn will give her lemon square to Ellys too, and then she's gonna like go under the table and stealth over there so nobody
Okay.
knows she's there, but she is there.
Roll stealth for me real quick.
And it's an 18.
18. Okay, you will have advantage if you do an attack or an action that requires a skill check. The Goliath man.
This is your last chance, Fenton.
Please, I don't mean to. He's trying to get the words out, but he's clearly terrified. You won't survive it. Please, I'm sorry. It's too great a risk.
Then that makes two of us.
And he goes to he takes his axe out of his back holster, and he goes to swing at it. Saw. That will be your chance to impose action.
Yep. Saw just takes that giant wooden shield and puts it directly above this halfling's head as it comes crashing down on my arm. And I'm just going to look directly at this Goliath in the eye and say, now you really don't want to spill blood in this beautiful establishment, do you?
At this point, I will cast Calm Emotions.
Oh yeah? Oh, that's not the right voice.
Perfect. Okay, so
So you cast Calm Emotions.
is that a wisdom saving throw? I believe.
So. Let me just pull that up real quick. Yes. Charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Charisma saving throw is a lot different than a wisdom saving
throw. These guys are not exactly bards. How does a 4 fare?
Yeah, that's not gonna do it.
Okay.
So I walk up.
How do you describe how you do it, if you don't mind?
Yeah, so I've been like watching this situation. I sort of started standing, saw like had put their hand on my shoulder and like walked up, and so I like at this point I like sort of like hold out my hands as like warm energy sort of spills out over them. Gentlemen, there is no need for this. I hear that there's something about danger, excitement. I think we can all rationally discuss this. Perhaps if there's danger, more people can help. You certainly won't get what you need by killing this poor man.
So in response to what you said and Saw, you don't want to spill blood in this tavern, he goes to swing, and his comrades look confused at his reluctance to drop his blade further.
Oh, man, that mead really was good. Maybe you're right.
He drops his blade.
Saw picks it up.
Oh, thank you.
And does not hand it back to him.
Oh.
That is not why they were picking it up.
It's okay. It's just a family heirloom. Thank you.
Great.
Okay. You're right. You're right. If I kill the halfling twerp, he won't be able to tell us. Oh, wow, that meat really is good. Oh, goodness me. It's been a long day. Oh, man. I think I'm just hungry. Well, I think I've overstayed my welcome. Guys, what do you think?
The Goliath that they arrived with are like, what?
What just happened?
This is embarrassing. Well, I do this every once in a while. Social situations they give me. Well, this has been fun.
Just gonna nod and be like, "It's been a long year for all of us. It's okay. We understand."
I've been cooped up inside for a long time.
Yeah. Social situations are hard right now.
Well, Fenton.
He picks up Fenton by the neck, but gently, like that makes sense, and kind of just like dusts him off, like dusts the food off of his coat, and Fenton looks terrified and confused.
Well, see you tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, okay. Bye, everyone.
Gee, what the? Wrong button. The talk like a mouse button is right next to a talk like a Goliath button, so excuse me. But listen, he leaves casually. If anyone wants to do attack of opportunity, you're absolutely welcome to.
Ellys would have just yelled, "Try the lemon squares!" before he left.
Oh, the lemon squares, of course. He walks over and he peels one off of the side of the blue overcoat from Fenton, and he pops it in his mouth. Oh, it's pretty star. That's pretty good. Well, and Elfaba, you know this spell is very temporary. So you're like, please leave, please leave, please leave. And
Yeah, 1 minute.
1 minute, and they're like, please stop coming back in. The Goliaths do eventually walk out, leaving the tavern entirely. Does anyone else wish to say or do anything before they exit?
Before they exit, no. Immediately after they exit, bitch locks the door.
You lock the door. So you lock that
the
door.
doors, lower the blinds. Fire up the
Close.
smoke
Let's have a
machine
key.
and put on your heels. No, anyways.
So Saw walks over to the door, and you pull down the drawbar. It's a drawbar because it's dramatic. And you look behind you, and you see the older woman with her arms crossed. Well, suppose that leaves me time to clean up anyway. I'm so sorry, Fenton. Are you okay? He brushes himself off further. Yeah, I'm fine. And he jumps down to the chair, jumps down to the floor, and angrily walks over, and goes to Elfaba, and holds out his hand. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. I mean, Saw certainly, I think, really saved your life there too.
Yes, they certainly did.
What on earth was that about?
So since we might as well tell everybody now. And he goes over to the table that you guys were sitting at, since it seems to be most welcoming at this point.
Saw is going to be leaning up against the door with just their arms crossed and like their staff like just resting in one hand.
Yeah, Asperity's gonna stand over here just in case, but close enough to listen.
Yeah, because I personally don't think this dude is completely innocent.
Well, my name is Vinton Hillstep. I don't recognize your faces, but I was the butler valet, and dear friend to Ramsey Highcaster, whom I'm sure you saw outside a statue in remembrance. Are you adventurers, mercenaries, bards, dare I ask?
A little bit of everything.
I sing.
I like to hit things.
I'd
You
say
like to hit
adventurous
things.
I
probably
also
knows
like
that.
to hit things. I'm very good at it.
I like to sing, but I don't sing that well.
I think
That's a
you
wonderful
You have a
voice.
wonderful voice, Kraab. You're
Yeah.
beautiful and wonderful.
You're just flattering me now.
Kraab.
I could
Kraab,
really use a
show him
pick-me-up.
your
Do you know a
smile.
song? Yeah, or a smile. Or a song. It's got, oh, my, you have way more teeth than I thought. He begins to sweat a little further, not knowing if that was like friendly or threatening.
That was his best smile, by the way.
That was his best smile.
You think that like showing your bottom teeth is like is good. Thank you for that. I've been going through lists of mercenaries, adventurers of the like. If you can wield a sword, I'm talking to you apparently. And some are more kind than others. And them not so much. Goliaths, I'm sure they mean well. But oh my goodness. So, well, if you're new to these parts, let's make this a work meeting. Why not? My master Ramsey was well known around Helm as an adventurer like yourselves. I suppose I should let him speak instead. And he reaches into his vest pocket on the inside of his coat, and it's the parchment that is both drenched in something along with sweat. And he peels it open, and he slides it across. And the letter reads, "To friends well met, families with arms open, and to those fed and sheltered in my younger days, thank you. Through your kindness, you have made me into the adventurer that I am proud to call myself today. I fear, however, that my confidence cast a shade over my otherwise diligent eye. Whilst exploring, I had become evident that I had caught a fatal sickness. Over the past 2 weeks, despite all help I can summon, my body is forcefully and painfully developing features, leading me to believe that I may soon seek harm to the city folk to whom my life is owed. I offer my fortune in artifact collection within Highcaster Manor that has not already been arranged for in exchange for my swift death. I have made arrangements to be trapped inside of my home by collapsing the chambers below, strategically placing my manor underground, albeit destroyed. I am uncertain of how long I will be contained, if at all. As I write this, I feel inhuman strength coursing through my veins. I am uncontrollably drooling in anticipation of flesh, merely walking through my manor, which is deeply concerning. I will have my dear friend Finton carry out this final request and seek someone worthy of the task. Stay alert and prepare for the worst. Sincerely, Ramsey Highcaster. So, my master and dear friend has passed and turned into something unknown. He wishes to be taken care of swiftly before anybody else succumbs to him. Any questions?
I have a question.
You in the back there.
You said you were talking to anybody who can wield a sword. Do I have to wield a sword? I'm really better with my hands.
I don't carry a sword either. I only got a fucking bow.
You have a forsaken bow. I see. And fists, of course. If you can use them, it's
She,
and
like,
more
does
the
a
merrier.
1, 2, 3, like jab. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's
Rin
fierce.
just like shows her claws.
Ah,
Asperity like grabs the hilt of her glaive like back behind her back and is like, I think that's what they call a metaphor.
I see.
Is that why he called my bow Forsaken? Because I don't know what the fuck that means.
I dare not use the swear.
What is the swear?
Forsaken. Will your and he points back to the turtle hanging up against the door. Will your shield be going with you, if you were to take me?
Saw comes with us everywhere.
I see.
Upon mention, Saw is going to approach and put their hand on the dude's shoulder, and just very quietly, like, Saw's old and has that presence where it's all like when they walk up, you know to let them speak.
Okay.
And they're also a turtle, so they speak really slow.
You work at the DMV, Saw?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
The opposite of Ellys, who's like...
The Dungeon Master Vault. I hate that place.
But Saw just walks up to the dude and like puts their hand on his shoulder and says, "It sounds like your master and friend was a noble man for having the foresight to send people to take care of him. I'm sorry for your loss. We will do what we can."
When you say that, a tear escapes his eyelids. Thank you. I needed that.
Squeeze a little bit harder and
Ouch.
try and give him the impression that if he rolls if he rolls like a 5 on insight, he will know that I'm willing to give him a hug right now, but I don't want to force myself to hug it because I don't know if he wants hugs.
And to quickly change my battery. What was the last thing you said? I was changing the battery to my headset. I'm so sorry.
If he like rolls a super low insight, he will know that Saw is so there to give him a hug right now and is not hugging him because Saw respects boundaries.
I think we all respect that. Finton reciprocates. He just puts his other hand on yours, like to say thank you. But he's a fairly reserved individual, you can tell, through all of your insights checks.
Once he does that, then yeah, it's solvable.
It is so refreshing to play with players, by the way, that thing to do inside checks, by the way. I've lied to my players so many times. So it's a very new environment for me.
I'm so sorry. I am a paranoid player.
No, I love it. I just wanted to give you the credit where it's owed. Well, so so this bouncy is no secret, but how to get into the manor is. He feared that once the door was opened for the first time, closing it again may be tremendously difficult. There's a small wine cellar to the northern hills where the river begins to split, disguised as a grain mill. Inside, you should find the entrance to an underground tunnel that leads directly into the lower half of Highcaster Manor.
That's where we have to
Sumner,
go.
Now, I'm
If you
very
wish.
flattered that you believe in us while rejecting everyone else so far, but may I ask what has inspired such confidence in you?
Well, I have seen great many mercenaries, adventurers, sell swords of the like, even some rogues that took my pocket change. But you are the first to stand up for somebody you did not have to. Ramsay wished for his fortune to not just go to someone to kill him, but, if possible, someone that would do what he felt may have been the right thing to do. Finding people capable with a compass that guides them is a commodity. So call it a gut feeling.
Well, that's all the more flattering.
I didn't mean it
That
as
was
such,
really
but I'm.
sweet.
I may not always be the greatest judge of character. And he unbuttons the top of his shirt and to reveal a really deep gash that is like just began to heal. I may have been a wrong judge before, but call it nerves. Well,
May I ask you one more question?
yes, of course.
Was any attempt made to cure him?
Great
Any
many.
great clerics or...
We have cronies across the continent, wizards and clergy. Nobody seemed to stop the inevitable. He began growing in size. Over time, his skin turned coarse, and teeth beginning to fall. His nails shriveled and his neck severely swollen. The last thing I saw was his eyes filling with black, staring through me, before leaping at me on all four legs, mouth agape. And he buttons his shirt. We tried everything. He knew, I feel like he knew before any of us did, that the inevitable was to come.
Well, I think it sounds like we are all in agreement. We'll go take care of your master's request.
Right. Well, not to be expedient or hasty, but we do not know how long it will be stuck or trapped where it is. So if you need anything from me, I will be here. I'll be upstairs in the guest quarters. But otherwise, and he draws out a map really quickly for you to kind of tell you where to go. This wine cellar that's described as a grain mill. Is there anything you guys would like to do, say, ask, or do otherwise before you guys depart?
Alice is gonna find the waitress and kind of tug on her like skirt or whatever and say, we're going on a quest. Can I get some of those lemon bars to go?
I have 2 left. Is that okay?
It'll do.
Yes, no problem. She walks over to the little boy who just eagerly grabbed one. She snatches it out of his hand
Oh no.
and takes another off the counter, and she gives it to you, and she says, "Best of luck."
Thank you. And I'm gonna wrap it up and put it in my bag.
Fantastic. The little boy is like next by the table. Oh, don't mind him. He's had 12 today.
He's on a sugar high. I get you.
Yeah.
Okay,
You have to worry about that
is-
with Kraab all the time.
She's also gonna
Saw-
fold up her little chair and make sure she packs that up.
So each of you, really quick before we get to Saw, each of those lemon bars are health potions. They're 2d4 plus 2. So if you have 2 more, then you have 3 health potions. In my games, I run bonus actions are health potions. Bonus actions or movement. Pick one. Saw.
Just before we leave, I'm making sure that the Goliaths are.
You do not see any inkling of them. They appear to have made enough distance to have been distracted by another poor fool.
Good.
You hear in the background, but you don't care.
Oh, they're being someone
Not my
else.
That's fine. That's
circus,
someone else's
not my
problem. That's Monday's
monkeys.
problem. Yeah. So,
Yeah, exactly.
let me change the dramatic music and go to another map here. So traveling northward after.
The dynamic lighting. Come on.
Oh yeah, we are professionals here. So traveling northward after 30 minutes of walking, you hear a babbling of water. You hear the babbling of water drifting past the tree roots and large stones. The rain is beginning to pick up, where the kind droplets are beginning to form weight and splashing against your boots and shoulders. As the clouds begin to shift with the climate, the moonlight has a brief but precious chance to illuminate a water wheel, turning with the current and attached to an octagonal stone shack. The windows are open and doors are on nearly every side, just ever so slightly open. You even hear the subtle grinding of wood turning through the rain.
Already open.
Everything is open. All of the doors are kind of like slightly open. The windows are open, and it's completely dark inside. Because it is nighttime, by the way, still. It's
Right.
nighttime, it's raining, so if you do not have dark vision, you do have to have a way to see, by the way. Like past, like 10 feet in front of
Yep. 70 years old and blind as a bat.
Well, I am a light cleric, so
I have dark vision.
I can cast light if we need that for the party.
Yeah, LOL. I got dark vision by taking a belt of dwarven kind. It's also why I have a beard.
That is excellent.
Okay, let me cast a light
Like,
for
I don't
you.
think turtles grow beards naturally. But bitch, I got stories behind this belt.
Okay. In
Bob
roll
doesn't
20, this
drink
little blue
anymore
ball
because
is
of
your
the
light
spell.
spell, and you can move it wherever you want.
Oh, lovely. For now.
I can
And just
go
let me
up
know what you
front.
guys do.
I have dark vision.
You have dark vision, okay?
Yeah, Ellis
Uh,
has dark vision too.
Awesome.
It's just me. I'm the only one that's blind, apparently.
Just you.
All right,
There's
Asperity, I'm
always
gonna-
one. There is always one.
It's usually me. I
Listen,
totally
Asperity,
feel
I'm
you.
casting light
Um,
on your glaive.
Okay.
Generally, in mine, it's usually only one of us is dark vision.
You go first. And you do the rope
Hey, Ellys,
thing.
let's go. We can see.
All right. So the lights
Let's
on
do
my
it.
glaive. Good to know.
All right. So I'll go out with Ellys out front.
Then everyone can see over us too.
Yeah. Saw will go with as well as the shield.
Since Asperity now has the light on her glaive, she'll go kind of in the middle.
Okay. Immediately upon entering, you are met with a dog. Loudly barking with its hind legs up. Oh, I just deleted the dog. There's no longer a dog. He goes into the ethereal realm, and that's the end of it.
It's just barking.
I mean, I was about to make friends with him anyways, so.
Yeah.
Rin immediately just over here. Goodbye, dog.
So immediately upon entering, you're met with a dog loudly barking with its hind legs up and its front legs perched in anticipation. Around you, you see mountains of burlap bags that have been ripped open, causing grain to spill to the ground. The floorboards are painted with bird feces. So you look up and you see the rafters are filled with birds that are sheltering from the rain. In the center of the room, you see the inner workings of the water wheel at work, grinding away.
Can I take 10 minutes to cast Speak with Animals as a ritual?
10 minutes? No problem.
Yeah.
So we'll have you cast that, and we'll go to everyone else and come back to you to see what this dog has to say.
If anybody hurts this damn dog,
No one's gonna hurt the dog.
We're gonna make friends with the dog.
So since Saw is casting that, then I would be digging in my pouch to find some kind of scrap of jerky type of thing to give him some food, or her some food.
Okay. While perceiving it, you're like, I'm gonna give him her. Wait a minute. And you kind of look at this dog, and it does have a collar. And you reach for, what do you have in your inventory? That would be food.
Like what would the rations be? Would it be like
okay,
a
you have
jerky type of
rations.
stuff?
Okay, that works perfectly fine. Rations can be anything you want. We'll say it's meat since you're a goblin and you prefer meat.
Yeah.
I'd assume,
So do dogs.
unless you're a vegan goblin, which is a. I'm gonna write that down actually. But,
A plus character choice.
That's the next character.
yeah, put that right next to Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu. Anyway, so you reach for a ration, and the dog stops barking. He stops barking. There we go. And it just, and it immediately and goes to eat the meat and eats it, just swallows it instantly, and the tail. You see the tail beginning to wag a little bit.
Hey, buddy, you should savor that a little bit.
And
There's more.
immediately starts to bark as you're speaking. And you're kind of like shocked, like, why are you, I just made friends with you, why are you barking at me? And it just barks at you just incessantly. But it does not appear, especially after you did that, it does not appear to be combative. It appears to be, I mean, we've all met dogs before in our lives, right? I'd hope so. Where they just won't shut up. And that appears to be more so what's happening than more of a get out. It's just barking.
So I just
saying
call out in
Down the
general.
well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call out in general.
Hey, how's Saw doing with that thing? I think this dog wants to say something.
Definitely wants to tell us something.
Does anyone else want to do anything before we go to Saw?
We were told that the entrance was disguised as this place. Do we like sort of? I mean, so I'm guessing we have to go in, and the dog is maybe.
Charity's gonna
guarding
go in just a little bit.
Yeah, so you know that this is, just to recap on some previous stuff for our viewers and everyone here, you were told this is a wine cellar disguised as a grain mill that serves as a secret entrance to Highcaster Manor underground.
rich people always gotta hide their shit.
Yeah. Yes. But you do know that this dog is barking, and you know dogs bark defensively, but it does not seem aggressive. It's not baring its teeth at you. It's not doing the body language of like, it's just barking. It's just barking very loudly. It's a very large dog, so like it echoes within. And the birds above don't seem to be reacting.
Nobody's taken him out for like a week.
He needs to go for a walkie. Ryn is gonna sneak in and like climb into the rafters and like snatch a bird.
You're gonna snatch a bird?
Yes.
I guess you are Tabaxi. Okay, that's gonna. Why didn't I plan for this? Roll sleight of hand, or animal handling, whichever's lower.
Lower.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
Whichever's higher. I'm kidding.
30.
Wait, what?
I
You
got
rolled a
nat
30?
20 plus 10.
Oh my gosh, that's legendary.
So
You.
does she snatch the bird?
Yeah.
There is one pigeon that is just at the grain, and you, like you've done this a billion times, just went, and you have a bird now. And the bird is so shocked, it's not reacting. It's just like petrified, like. And it's just, you just have like an ice cream cone bird. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Have you ever owned a bird and you held a bird like, that's what you're doing. Okay. You have a bird. I don't know how else to describe that. So, if you let go, you will no longer have a bird, but you have a bird. I don't know if I should follow through on that, but you have a bird. So Tasa, you have been performing this ritual of speak with animals, and immediately everything else kind of tunes out a little bit. Even the grinding, turning seems to kind of fade. And you just hear this telepathic voice. Hey, 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 hey.
And I just go, hey, hey,
Hey, hey, hey, hey. And the tail begins to wag. Hey, hey,
hey, what's up?
hey,
What's up?
hey,
What's up?
hey, hey,
How's it going?
hey, hey, hey.
That's
Doing
all
okay.
he's saying.
Do we
I
hear
want
Scott
walkie,
barking
but it
or
rained.
talking?
What are you doing here?
I live here.
You live here?
I-
Nice, nice.
I live. Thank you. This is where I sleep. And he turns around, and he's still barking for some reason, and
course.
turns around and shows you a pile of burlap sacks that have been emptied, and there's like, it's like nested. And you see in the corner there's actually a dripping pipe that is dripping and accumulating a loud puddle. I say a loud puddle. It's loudly dripping into a puddle. Puddles aren't loud. It's dripping into it. And it appears to be that's where he's drinking. And there's birds around. He seems to be taking care of himself. This seems to be kind of like just his home. The doors are open, the windows are open. He just can't go outside because it's raining, and he don't like the rain.
Makes sense. Do you hang out with a human or just you?
Human not here. It's been a long time. Hey,
Been a long time.
he will come
What-
back.
He will. What do you remember? Do you remember his name?
I don't know name.
No name. No name. Do you remember your name? Do you have a name?
He calls me Sylvie.
Sylvie. Sylvie. I out of animal. I tell the group, everybody, this is our friend Sylvie.
Sylvie.
Hi, Sylvie.
Sylvie.
Hey, everybody. Hey.
I'm gonna be like, hey Sylvie, do you like head scratches?
I love head scratches.
I'm gonna tell the group, I'm going like, he loves head scratches.
Asperity doesn't even hesitate, goes right up and starts scratching right between the
Yeah.
ears.
Yeah,
And
so
Sylvie
the
is-
dog is
belly
getting like
scratches.
mauled by
Totem of the
Asperity and
wolf.
I.
So Sylvie can only try to lick your hand, only one of your hands. So some of you are able to actually get her head, but she's trying to lick your hands out of gratitude.
Asperity looks back towards Sa and asks them, does the dog know? So apparently there's this hidden wine cellar here. Does the dog know where we can find the entrance?
Let me ask.
Hmm.
Hey. Do you remember if you've seen anybody like coming in and out of a secret door or something? Ooh,
Hey,
Where?
he's trying. She's trying to get out of the pet circle to show you, but she doesn't want to leave the pet circle. But she starts to point at the center mill. She puts her front hands on it, but it's rotating, so she like keeps like having to like move to the side with it, and she's pointing directly at it. And when you look at this, you see some engraving written in common around the mill. So as it's rotating, it's like it's reading it to you in a way.
Oh.
So it's let me put this on so you can actually see it. Up in the top right, it says a lifetime of tumult. A lifetime of tumult. Let this soak in, as it's no sooner spoken than broken. And it just keeps repeating. And Sylvie returns right back to the circle, fully expecting maximum pets.
Saw's
Maximum
going to.
And getting
Yep.
them.
There's no way
Um,
this dog ain't getting petted.
I'm gonna be like, do you remember anybody saying anything to get this to open?
No.
I'm gonna look up at the rafters and ask the birds and be like, hey bird friends.
I guess it's not targeted. You can just speak and talk to animals during the spell, right?
Yeah, it's literally you become Dr. Doolittle for 10 minutes.
God.
Eddie Murphy, when did you get here?
Yeah.
You just see a bunch of pigeons that are nearly shoulder to shoulder. There's hundreds of them up here. You just see them kind of reacting to you, like they're looking at each other, and they're looking at that grain, and they're saying, "Move so we can eat. Move, move, move.
All right.
Our turn."
All right.
Rin just holds up the one that she snatched.
Yes.
Oh, I assume I don't see you because of your 30 stealth.
You hear one pigeon go, "That's my husband. You can keep him."
Bird marriage. Okay. Asperity, while still petting the dog, is going to come up to the wheel and read the words aloud that she sees written down on it. And I don't know if that does anything, but she's gonna read them out loud.
Okay, so you read out loud the riddle, which again is, "A lifetime of tumult, let this soak in, as it's no sooner spoken than broken." And you say it out loud, nothing seems to happen. And right now, I just want to clarify, the dog is not barking, because who's petting him? Her?
I am.
Okay, Kraab is. Okay, so right now, you're in this room with the raptors above you. The birds are actively wanting basically to get down. They're up there because there's people here and there's a dog, and they can't go outside because it's raining. There's there's haystacks everywhere. There's barrels. There are large burlap bags, some unopened, some are pecked open. A desk with some papers on it. A pipe that is actively dripping into a puddle. And of course, the giant wheel in the middle that's just grinding away.
I checked the desk with papers.
Okay. Was that Saw?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Saw, you're gonna walk over to the desk with some just kind of papers strewn about. And in common, it's you see that these are maintenance records, and it looks like this place was regularly being maintained monthly, and it's been about 14 months.
Since it was maintained.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which may explain the dripping pipe. Just kind of putting two and two together.
Mm-hmm.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna look for something that acts as a bowl and put it under the dripping water for the dog.
Okay. Yeah. We'll say that there actually is a bowl intended for that, but wasn't being used for it. So you find a little wooden bowl. So do you just wait for it to drip in the bowl, or do you scoop water from the bottle?
No, I just put it underneath where the drip would go.
Okay. You put the bowl underneath where the drip would go, and it stops making a sound, and it just the wood absorbs it a little bit before it begins to fill again.
Okay.
Asperity is looking at that bowl and looking at that riddle on the wheel, and almost not quite right after Kraab puts it down, but almost as soon, she goes and picks it up, scoops some of the water that has accumulated up, and she starts sprinkling it over the wheel. She's just reading words and trying to figure this out.
Okay. So you're sprinkling, and the dog does start barking again because Kraab was the one petting the dog, correct?
We both were, but we both
walked
away.
Yeah, Alice was
I thought
also
so.
petting him.
Alice was perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. The dog stops barking. The water is no longer dripping. And you sprinkle what over the wheel? I think I misheard.
So I'm looking at just let this soak in, and so I'm sprinkling the water that I scooped up over the wheel.
Okay, you do that, and the water just kind of begins to cascade down it, and nothing seems to happen in front of you. It is wet though. So there is that.
Rin is slowly moving towards the dog because she's a cat. She's scared of the dog, but she wants to make friends.
I love that. Sylvie does not appear to react to you being a cat, by the way. Fully expects pats. Looks at you almost like, I will be upset if you don't. Out of curiosity, do you? Or
I
do you just
do.
kind of like apprehensively?
I apprehensively reach the hand out, just start gently petting.
She bites. I'm kidding. So she lets you. So I'm just gonna. Garr. Anyway, so sorry, I can't resist sometimes. So cool. So Selfie's being pet. So Ellys, Rynrielle, who's Elfaba? What are you doing?
I too am staring at these words, like looking around, just sort of pondering.
You're pondering. Okay, let's do a history check.
All right. That is a 13 on the die plus 5. 18.
18. Okay. You start to think more and more about this riddle. The definition of tumult is loud sounds, chaos, mayhem, things constantly happening. So a lifetime of tumult, let this soak in contrary, as it's no sooner spoken than broken. So if it was to be spoken, it would be broken. That is what your history check will get you.
Did anybody do a perception check?
No.
I can do that though. Oh,
Can.
or not.
What'd you roll?
You know,
Oh,
rolled
gosh.
that one. Oh God.
Oof.
Rolled a nat 1.
Oof.
You're looking at. You were
nat
looking at
1
a symbol.
plus 7.
You were trying to read another page of the maintenance records, and you were like, I don't know this language. What language could it possibly? And you're like, oh, it's upside down. In my old age, am I right? But
No, sometimes you just don't recognize when that Alzheimer's is kicking in.
oh my god. Anybody else? Perception checks from anyone else? Anyone's welcome to from where they are and what they're doing.
Okay.
You don't have to stop petting the dog to perceive.
I'll do one. That's a 21 perception.
21, very cool. Looking around, you see the same the hay barrels, stacks, columns that support the ceiling and the rafters. The wheel is turning, and around the wheel, from where you actually are, you can see slightly behind some some hay barrels. You see a series of levers that no one has walked by.
All right, I'll go up to the levers. Is there like ropes or any sort of indication of what they might operate?
Based on what you can see in your perception still, it looks like they control the center wheel.
I pull one.
You pull, so there are 3 levers total. You just go to pull one, and it disengages the water wheel to the center mill. The gearbox pulls apart, which completely stops the wooden wheel. And with the dog ceasing to bark, the pipe not dripping, and the wheel not turning, the empty mill is only filled with ambient silence. The silence, however, is interrupted by the sound of wood grinding on stone, as you see the wheel beginning to shift on an unseen axis, revealing a narrow downward stone staircase.
Stop the last noise.
Well, I was like, well, great. My next strategy would have just been to start banging sticks together.
That was great.
Of what we wanted.
I love that. You guys did so well on that. Yeah, a lifetime of tumult, let this soak in, as it's no sooner spoken than broken. The answer is silence, but you can't just say silence, you have to be silent. So that was the answer to the riddle. Well done, guys. There is a downward staircase.
That's also why Sumner was so intent on, so who's petting the dog?
I know it's so hard to be like coy. Out of curiosity, I just want to know. I like dogs. Like I have to.
Don't worry, Ellys is never not petting the dog if she doesn't have to.
Same.
Yeah. And I'll reveal more about that later. I spent way too much time on that. But we'll go ahead and start our break from here. Just as a reminder, though, it's going to be the word Jaspers in chat for the Jaspers Game Day D20 that we're going to be giving away and pulling the name for once we come back from our break. Just want to get confirmation from anyone that's controlling the stream that we're going to go to break. And thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We'll be right back. I think. Bio break, perhaps.
LOL. $5 says our tech guru is probably in the midst of a bio break
Himself. Yeah.
himself.
So this same case. Yeah. So yeah, let's talk about it.
So I mean, before we go though, I do want to make sure that this dog knows that we want to be best friends and offer to like bring the dog with us before my speak with animals goes up and be like, do you want to come? Do you want to come with us? Maybe we can find your master. But we hear things are gonna get scary. So if things get scary or dangerous, we need you to stay behind, okay? Okay? I don't want you to get hurt.
Yeah. You can kind of get the inflection that they wanted to be friends with you before you wanted to be friends with them.
It's not. We wanted to be friends the second we heard a barking dog.
Yeah, literally.
Dude, I remember, God, every time I pull in, I have a train heist one shot I run as well, and there's a cart full of animals, and it's always where the one shot comes to a grinding halt, because every animal's got to be talked to, interacted with, kept as a pet, or whatever.
I'm sorry, but that's
It's so
Dungeons
funny.
and Dragons.
I know, that's why there's only one dog, not 5. So.
Yeah, seriously. Seriously.
Cool. So Jasper's in chat for that D20. We're going to be pulling that as soon as we get back from chat, and we're going to be going to break right now. Thank you so much. See you out in the field. All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for that rousing break. We are in the midst right now. So before we left for break, we said that if you put Jaspers in chat, we're going to go ahead and pull a name for that Jaspers Game Day D20. So our tech team is going to pull that name, and we will announce it momentarily. But we find our players who have entered this town of Terranhelm. Oh, it looks like we have Dysfamist. Dysfamist. Am I saying that right? Yeah, Dysfamist. Dysfamist. Welcome. Good job. Welcome. Good job and welcome, Sumner. I'm so programmed. Congratulations. I have so many onomatopoeias that I just like. But congratulations. Well done. And I hope your 20s are natural as they come. And thank you everyone for being here, of course, including all the players here, the wonderful streamers, and friends now, I'd hope. Y'all are so fun to play with. But just to catch everyone up really quickly for a quick summary of what's going on so we can pick you up and throw you back into the story.
Yeah, I was going to say a summary.
A summary? Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a
I could have used this, but so our players have entered this town of Terranhelm. They're going from city to city, and this is a stopping point. And they woke up at nighttime, as you do, and they were basically given a bounty that is given out by the person that it is for. This famous adventurer, Ramsey Highcaster, has developed a sickness, and he was actively transforming into something, and he did everything he could to try and prevent it from happening and setting up things in case it did happen, one of which being the bounty to kill him, because he does not want any harm to happen to the city of which he is renowned. They met Fenton Hillstep, who was a halfling man, his old butler, his good friend, and he ran into these lovely adventurers who were kind enough to save him from his own job, where the Goliaths were trying to hassle him for the location of the manor, where our adventurers have just unlocked and located the secret entrance into the manor where Ramsey Highcaster is said to be living. But we don't know what he's turned into. We don't know how big of a threat he is, but we can only assume it's the worst, per his letter. What is everyone thinking character-wise?
Asperity just like, damn, I can't believe I couldn't solve that riddle.
You're like still a little tipsy.
Ellys is just like, we're going on an adventure.
All I know is we got a dog.
And a dog
great.
and a bird.
And a bird, that's right. You still have your bird cone. So they had to silence this mill to open up this secret staircase. The mill had to stop rotating. The water had to stop dripping. Kraab put a bowl under it to silence it. Well, not to silence it, but it silenced it. They pet the dog and they stopped the mill. So it opened up this area. In the meantime, Rynrielle, who is a tabaxi, rolled a 30 sleight of hand to snatch a bird really fast. So she has a bird now.
Yep.
Hilarious.
And yeah, if it's still within the 10 minutes, if it's still within the 10 minutes of being Dr. Doolittle,
Sure.
Saw is going to first off let our pupper friend know that LOL, in a minute I'm not going to be able to understand you, but I still love you and you need to be quiet in the cave because we don't know what's going to happen.
Taking the dog with us.
Yeah, we're taking
Sylvie
the dog
does
with us.
bark. She goes, hey, hey, and the minute she says, hey, the door begins to shut with every hey, hey, hey. Every
this is
time
why
there's
people can't get back out is because the dog keeps barking.
Yeah, Saw is going to pick Sylvie up, which I will roll animal handling if you want me to. Or we're just best friends now, and she'll let me.
I don't think you have to roll animal handling.
We've already
Cast a
made friends with
spell.
the dog.
Yeah,
And,
you've thoroughly vibe checked.
Beautiful.
You can if you're tentative, but you get the idea.
Yeah, I'm not tentative.
Yeah.
We've been talking for the last 10 minutes.
This dog is as big as you are. You may have to roll a strength check.
Okay, that's fine. I can do that too. Do you want me to?
Are you picking the dog up, or Asperity brings out
Yeah,
a
I am literally picking the dog. Whoa. I am knocking things all over my table. I am picking the dog up, like holding it like a baby, and going to like pet it and like talk right into its ear.
to carry it
like-
down the stairs.
And be like, hun, if you're not quiet,
This is
then
weird.
we're not gonna be able to take you. And I really want to take you. I don't want to have to leave you. But you're gonna have to be a little quiet.
I don't like small spaces.
No?
No.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go back up? Do you want to go back up to your room? You can lay down and wait for us. Don't worry, we'll be back.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will do this.
Okay. I'm gonna like turn
Without
back
question.
to the party and just be like, all right, hold on. They changed their mind. They don't like small spaces. And so I'm just gonna boop, 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 up the stairs and be like, okay, hon. Now, Saw
I love you.
immediately thinks about. I love you too. Saw immediately thinks about. Oh shit! This dog is gonna be so loud, and we're gonna be trapped in here. I look back at the party with just like a kind of questionable question. What do I do? Look, as I'm petting this dog, and I'm just like gonna mouth to the party like,
Do you think you can cast the spell when you get back and talk to her again?
Talk to her through the trapdoors area, maybe, is what we'll do.
Yeah.
I can also speak with animals, so I can do that.
Elfaba, you
Yeah.
being the magically inclined, roll perception.
this is me continuing to pet the dog.
That's two.
You're
plus-
magically inclined, period.
Plus
What
10.
you were doing, Saw?
Yeah,
Oh, it's a
Saw's
10 total,
gonna,
yeah.
It's okay. The dice are cruel.
Saw's gonna go ahead and yeah, set the pup down in the mill and be like, okay, go lay down and go to bed, and we'll be back in just a bit.
I love you. And
I love
Sylvie
you.
walks
I love
away and roosts and lays down.
Aw.
The tail wags in anticipation of you returning.
That's so
I am
cute.
going to go ahead and cast Goodberry and give her one.
She looks at it confused.
I'm gonna be like,
Thank you.
It's food. It's food. It's yummy.
No, it's
It-
not.
it-
But thank you.
It is. You eat it. It's different than you know. It's.
I
not
will do
meat.
no such thing.
I'm gonna eat one. I'm gonna be like, it's yummy.
Hey, that was mine.
Just like a damn dog.
And then I give her one.
She eats it. She visibly looks like she's having a bad time. Just-
I'm like, it's okay. You'll be full. And I pet her belly. I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry. We'll have better food when we come back. Okay? You stay here. And then I go downstairs. Because
puts
we
her head
spend
down.
enough time with this dog.
the last it's okay. I love animal roleplay. But don't
really?
clip that. So if you the last thing you
Okay.
see as you descend down into the staircase is the head her putting her head down. So God damn it. So
Sumner.
the bottom of the staircase.
You were the one who said it.
I do. I can't shut up. The bottom of the staircase feeds directly into a 5-foot tall, 3-foot wide stone hallway. You see before you hundreds of feet of this hallway swallowed up by the darkness. As you make your way down the tunnel, the air slowly begins to turn cold. musty. You feel a pressure shift. Your ears begin to pop. Before you hear heavy rain striking stone up ahead, it echoes within the stone. Your heart begins to sink as a strong odor assaults your nostrils, as this smell can only mean one thing. When the tunnel ends, you're met with a large stone chamber that is completely destroyed. Based on what Fenton was able to tell you, you know that the top, this was a 2-story manor. The support beams were completely blasted, and the second half crushed the first layer. So it's like 2 layers squeezed into one. There are balconies where there shouldn't be balconies, floors where there shouldn't be floors, and no ceiling. There is looking in front of you, you barely see anything. It's completely pitch black in here other than your innate vision and whatever light you have. And you hear
the light spell on my glaive. So.
You do. I need to go get that for you, actually. And we're good. We'll just put it right in front of you. But oh, actually, I need to control it for you. Let me get your. Give me a sec. Hold, please.
Hold, please.
My goodness. Oh, Asperity. Perfect. All right. All right. So, and right in front of you, you see that you can go left, you can go right down this stone chamber. There's two really narrow, not narrow, shallow staircases downward, and right down the middle, where it appears to be what was left of a balcony or a perchway that's been completely destroyed. Right above it is a long row of rain that is just pouring downwards, creating a veil. You cannot see through it at all, and it's incredibly loud. And then through the darkness, you hear, if you listen very carefully,
Ooh, look at that sound effect. Can I roll perception to see if I can kind of tell what direction it was coming from?
yeah, roll perception.
This is my perception. Oh, it's +3. Oh, it was a nat 20.
Nat 20 perception.
The 23 altogether. I'm gonna never get another one.
You can tell that it was way further down based on the reverberations of the echo. You can tell it's not very close.
Okay.
But it seems to be in response to your presence.
Okay.
I can't help but wonder if there's something.
It knows we're here.
There's something we could do aside from just kill him.
Do we have anybody who can break a curse if that's what this is? They said they already tried everything.
I know.
I know
Not
it's a
fun.
hard choice, but sometimes you have to make it. If he gets out of here and hurts more people, then all of this that he did is for nothing.
I know.
Saw is going to speak up and just say, I believe this man had full knowledge of what was going to happen to him and knows better than us the steps taken to prevent that. I do not wish to take away a dead man's agency by going against his final wishes. If he wishes for us to put him down, that is what I am set out to do.
We don't know him. I mean, we don't have any proof that that's really his wish. Aside from what we read, right?
And his companion, who seemed genuine.
He did seem
They did seem to very much miss their friend and would be very upset if any further harm were to happen due to this.
I say we move forward and hope for the best.
What's the best? Am I hitting? Am I not hitting? What am I doing?
I think we'll have to be hitting. We'll have to be hitting. I mean, it's just gonna be what it is.
I'm ready. I'm
Ready, Ellys? Ready to hit things?
Just doing that like boxer, like back and forth.
And Asperity actually takes out her glaive two-handed. So let me unequip my shield over here. And it's like, let's move forward and hope we can do this.
Okay. So you guys will be advancing through this room, chamber. You can go left, and we'll be looking from, looking at the map, and for our viewers' perspective, when I say left, it's looking at the map downwards, so it's to be your right, technically.
Okay.
So looking at the map specifically, just to make things a little more
Stage
simple.
left.
Stage left. Thank you very much. So, so you can go left, you can go right, or down center where there is heavy, heavy rain. And you can split up if you wish. Not
Bad
that you need
idea
my
all
permission.
around.
Yeah.
Um,
We're gonna go up in 6 groups of 1.
Cover all the bases.
Scooby-Doo style.
We're gonna look for clues.
Oh, Lizzie, somehow your audio on Roll20 got turned on.
Oh.
That's weird. It just happened all of a sudden. I saw it too.
Yeah, right.
It might be because I
Right.
refreshed the page.
So since Asperity has the glaive with the light spell on it, she's just gonna start walking around to the left here.
The left. Okay.
Yeah, I vote
Okay.
left too.
You immediately see with your passive perception that looks like a trap has been let off. A slit in the wall has a large bloody blade that's already sprung out. And
I'm
it's
glad somebody else set that off because I'd never look for traps. It's not what a barbarian does.
you remember Finton's showing you his scar on his chest. Is describing him escaping narrowly.
He set off the trap. All right, so anybody who is maybe better at spotting traps than me, and she actually has glasses, and she adjusts the glasses better than my eyesight, might want to take a point.
Saw will step forward with their shield and 17 passive perception and take the lead on it.
Okay.
I'd follow with them. I'd go with Saul.
Okay. So you down this stairway. This feeds directly into about a 4-foot accumulated clear water. It's relatively clear. It's very dark, so the surface is extremely reflective, but it is clear water. And then on the further right side, instead of going down, it remains level and becomes a balcony that oversees the water.
Who is under 4 feet tall?
I am.
Who wants to ride on my shoulders?
Oh, you know what though? I can run across the water.
Oh, never mind then.
Like naturally?
I
You just
have
can?
I have this special ring, and
Oh,
it lets me
that's
do it.
right. That's cool. I'm so glad you
Well,
chose that
I
idea.
think that right now.
So out of nowhere, Elfaba just pulls out a broomstick and she's like, I think I'll try defying gravity, and then just sits on it.
Defying gravity.
There we are again. I mean, a
There we
good
go.
song
Got my references. There you go.
I'm watching
Alright.
Coral resist super hard. Super-
she can't help it. She wants to
I've
sing.
broken Coral. Oh no.
Her impulse control is like, help me.
Yeah. There we go. That's all we're getting.
That's okay. That's cool. All right. So who's going in the water? Who's doing what?
Asperity is gonna follow into the water.
Ellys is gonna run on top of it.
Ryn is gonna go this away where she doesn't have to go in water.
Saw is gonna
I'm
be
such a sucker for
so
cat
fucking
tactics.
happy to go into that water.
Oh yeah, I bet you would be. Okay.
I'm
So
right at the
Alice-
on my
cutoff.
broom with me.
Does Ellis have to be running, or can
No,
you just walk on water?
It says standing or walking.
Oh, okay, perfect. So you are on the water. So
It's
actually,
just
you
like,
are,
It's just like a floor for you.
Yeah.
for all intents and purposes, you are as tall as everybody else. That must be kind of nice.
Ellis, it's
This
nice
is-
to see you face to face
Whoa.
like this.
That's what your guys' heads look like?
Elfaba, you said that you had room for one or a half?
Yeah, I think you can hop on the broom with me.
Oh, thanks for the lift, Elfaba. I'll drown.
Yes. We would want that.
Am I? Are you Elfaba? Out of curiosity. This is just now
Well,
occurring to
here,
me.
Let me tell you what. I think I am a sparkly blonde high elf. Upland is technically canonically Glinda's last name. So Elphaba. My mom named me after her friend.
Uh huh.
Mhm.
Uh huh.
Wow,
How-
this is the backstory.
How many
This is
hours does it take
lore.
for Sumner to get jokes?
Also, the misspelling is intentional.
Yeah, it's
Elphaba,
it's
yeah,
it's
yeah.
really. I thought it was very clever.
Thank you.
That's all right. So everyone, so Kraab and Elphaba are defying gravity.
Yeah.
And Saw is enjoying the water. And you guys are kind of advancing through. You feel the water kind of tremble. You can't tell if it's water rippling from each other, Saw's presence,
Or the rain.
or the rain. Yeah, exactly. You feel it tremble, and you feel kind of like this water is definitely water, but it has like a thickness that's kind of crude on the top of it, almost like
Viscosity.
it's got a viscosity to it. It's got surface tension to it. It's got other scientific terms to it as well.
Mass density.
It does. It's myopic, bipartisan. I don't know.
Fluid dynamics.
Yeah. It's science. It's just science.
This is a little bit harder to walk through than I
My description's just-
anticipated.
My description just took a plummet. So the surface of this water does have like I want to say a slime to it, almost like mixing oil and water. This oil seems to sit at the very top.
Good thing I don't care about getting dirty.
Okay, so if Rin wants to go over this little gap, do I need to do an athletics check?
For that narrow, you just do it with your strength mod. So it's like 5 plus your strength mod, which you absolutely do in your ease. Especially a running jump. I think it's like 10 plus your strength mod.
Okay. My strength mod is -1.
Okay, you might need to roll for this one. No, you do it. It's only like a 3 foot. You can walk over it.
Okay.
It's just like one long step for tabaxi kind.
If you want to roll to see if you fail, you can, but otherwise you do it. Some people like the chance of having a nat 1, which is always fun.
I thought I had saw something in my thing that basically says I can do it, but I can't find it now.
You can do it. The
You can
DM
do
said
it.
you could do it.
Yeah.
That's
We're
all
on
you
board.
need.
I'm all about failures here in the House of Sumner. But as you land, though, you hear silence, as if the rain stopped and then continued.
I'm gonna do a perception check.
Same.
That's 16.
16. You look to where the rain stopped and continued, and from the light emanating from Asperity's weapon, you see the light illuminating this wall of water that is dividing the chamber up long ways, and you see a silhouette on the other side. It's massive,
Oh.
and then it moves from left to right, and then disappears.
And I'm assuming we're all hearing that, right?
Yes, you are all hearing this like throaty bellow.
Is it a word? Should I make a perception check to see if I can make out a word?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do perception.
Oh, that's a 5 + 3. It's an 8.
5 + 3. Saw. Actually, I want you to do perception for me, you amphibian.
Before I roll it, as an amphibian, do I get advantage?
Gee, when you put it like that, sure.
Yay!
I swear, if you fail.
I swear to God, if I fail. What?
Oh.
There's a 19.
I may have given it already away. I'm just kidding.
There's a 19 there.
This,
Yeah, there's 26. 26.
this sounds like the croak of an amphibian.
Oh.
Look at that perception.
But it does not sound like a word in a written or spoken language. Almost like just a biological function, whether it's to prey or an uncontrollable.
Just have to let it out.
Like the hiccups.
Yeah.
Way scarier.
Super scary hiccups.
Yeah.
And with that 26, I know I'm focusing on something else, but is there any way for us to know what is in this water or on this water?
A way for you to know.
Yeah, with that
You can
26,
roll
I have an idea.
medicine or survival.
Oh, well, fuck. All right, we're gonna roll survival.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna roll with my real.
And
dice.
anyone can do this who's near the water, by the way,
Okay.
including
Hey.
Elfaba and Kraab.
That is
17,
24.
24. What did everyone else roll?
Yeah,
Who is rolling?
17
Rolled real
for
17?
survival.
Got another 8.
Got another eight?
Survival?
I got a
Same. I got an
26 medicine.
Listen, let me get the
26
8s out
medicine. Very
now.
cool.
Come on now.
So Saw can tell that this is a type of biological viscous material that either secretes from a creature but you're unable to tell if it's from an orifice or from a skin. Elfaba can tell that this is, you have picked up on this is definitely an amphibious secretion from their skin.
I rolled a
Mm,
19
no.
survival.
19 survival. You can tell that this is non-poisonous, but it is gross.
It is gross.
Gross.
I'm glad it's just on my shoes.
I'm
That's right,
glad
just the
that I
bottom of
didn't
your
go in the
shoes.
water.
Yes, I'm very glad I'm defying gravity right now.
Asperity,
I
part of
just-
her cares, but majority of her just is like whatever.
It's fine.
Yeah, Saw's been dirty before.
Mm.
So I
Maybe-
tap Elfaba. I'm like,
Is that snot? What is that?
It's not
It's a lot like snot. Really thick.
similar.
And when you look at it on your fingers, it actually looks dark.
Well, whatever's secreting this, it's a lot of it. It's covering the entire, everywhere we've been walking in this water. Trust me, I can feel it. I know.
Kraab, is this you?
I know. My old lady voice is turning
No,
into
it's not.
goblin voice.
I'm trying to figure out a way how to use this because I've never
Oh.
seen it, and it might be kind of cool.
I mean, it's
Uh,
sticky. I don't think it's poisonous, though. You know what practice
It's not
applications I can
poisonous.
see. So I'm pretty sure it's from the skin of some sort of amphibious, very large amphibious creature.
Saw, do
How did you get so smart?
A high-class education.
I learned a lot of things from you.
Through life.
Thank you.
Saw, do
Would-
you secrete anything like this? Is it something maybe a turtle of some sort? Probably not. I don't think I've ever seen this from you before.
I don't think you can just ask someone if they secrete.
I'm
things.
sorry, that was really rude. I don't have very good charisma.
Saw is just going to chuckle a little bit and be like, "No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine." No, not me, but I heard a loud croak. So I wonder if there is a a large amphibious creature. Also, LOL, I realized I'm not amphibious because I can't breathe water. I could just hold my breath.
You're a
I
reptile.
almost asked about that. I was like, nah.
You're a reptile.
No, I'm so sorry.
Rolling
So I
with it.
should not have gotten advantage on that, but I did anyways. So here we are.
You're basically a
Um,
dinosaur. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
And yeah, so it doesn't seem to be speaking a language. I wonder if we can make more friends.
Is that a hint? All right. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals. I don't need to do it as a ritual. I can just do it at will. I'm gonna cast
Yay! They did it!
Speak with Animals. And I'm going to just kind of walk a little bit closer to where that sound came from, and ask. I don't think this. First, I say I don't think this is a great idea, but I will go for it. Hello, is this Ramsey Highcaster? Croaking. Is this the artist formerly known as Ramsey Highcaster?
Is he a weretoad?
It deeply chuckles at what you just said.
Oh, good. He's a cultured amphibian. It's fine. Or they are a cultured amphibian. They got my joke.
I would love to cast just in this brief moment of pause. I would love to cast guidance on Asperity to help her with any talks and the negotiations she's making.
Oh,
just
love me a
very
cleric that remembers
positive.
guidance. Yeah.
Yeah, shit. I have that too, and I've been forgetting all about it.
Yeah.
What does guidance do?
You get the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one ability check of its choice.
Okay, I'm getting my D4 ready, just in case.
I forget. Can you
no.
stack guidance?
No, you can't stack guidance.
Damn.
Sorry. I would love to, can't. Love to, can't.
You
No
make the
plus 8s
rules.
for me.
We can do whatever you say.
I mean, we can, but I'm going to be raising some numbers. So
All right. All right. So it's definitely an animal that is speaking. Speaking back to the group because I can speak with it now and understand what it's saying. Isn't that wonderful?
What did it say?
It said Ramsey Highcaster is dead, and then it laughed at my joke.
Oh, what was your joke?
I told it a joke. I did, but it didn't really answer the question that the joke asked. Is this the artist formerly known as Ramsey Highcaster?
I
Tell
love
it another
Asperity.
joke.
She does good comedy.
Ask it a knock-knock joke.
Knock knock.
The guidance. The guidance can only do
you
so
say
much.
knock knock, and you just hear your own knock knock echo through the chamber.
Knock knock. Knock knock. Knock knock. I think it's done talking. All right.
I wanted to know who was there.
You
Oh,
hear
no.
it say, "You could say that," and immediately next to you, you see peering through the water of the rain cascading down.
Oh boy.
This really wide mouth and eyes as black as its skin looking through you. Everybody roll for initiative.
The correct answer.
Ah.
Who's there, by the way? Low initiative for me. That's gonna be fun.
Well, you
It's
can use this.
4.
Use
I'm going to be
guidance on
calling your
on
names out
initiative.
really
Okay.
quick. I'm just going down on Zoom here. Saw initiative
12.
12. Rynrielle
13.
13. That's gonna be Ellys
25.
25. Thank you. And Asperity
4.
4. Well done. Kraab
27.
27. Holy crap. Elfaba?
11. Shorties go first.
No
Shorties go
kidding.
first. Shorties go first.
All right, let me sort
Shorties
this
do it
real
better.
quick.
Shorties and then the rogue.
God, it's all over the place. And for simplicity's sake, if there is further combat, we're going to be sticking to this initiative order outside of surprise rounds if they exist. Let me roll for my own. Son of a mother. That's the only... Nah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay. You see this, and it does not take a surprise round because it is just staring through you as this slime is secreting not only from its skin but from its mouth, and it splashes in. And you recall the words of the letter, "I drool at the sight of flesh walking through my manor," and it is just taking this sight in. That's going to bring us into Kraab. And you were on a broom with Elfaba, correct?
On a broom, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I wish she went
I'm
first, but
just like
it's vice
hovering
versa.
above. I'm not too high in the air. I'm just sort of hovering above the surface because I did have to go over to like put my hand on Asperity's shoulder.
So I'm gonna take the same route as Ryn. I want to use that edge on the
Yep.
on
The
the side
side.
of the water. Yeah.
Okay.
Shoot.
So the balcony that hangs over that water, it's broken, but it's still walkable. Further away from the creature that is peering. It's the furthest way. It's the furthest distance from the water wall and the creature.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll hang out with Ryn up here.
All right.
And for my action, oh, I can't cast that spell too far. Yeah, I guess I will shoot.
Okay. It is
That's all
30
I
feet
know.
away from you.
Short bow should reach, yeah?
Short bow should reach, yeah, with a normal attack throw. Okay.
Yep. First one is a 10 plus 8, 18.
18. You see the arrow, and it pierces right into its cheek, and you hear the clunk of it hitting its skull from underneath the flesh, but it does not react, but it does register flesh. Is this magical damage, so I know?
Negative.
Not that it matters.
Straight up.
Just curious. Cool. What's
Okay.
the damage?
Damage is 1d6 plus 3. That'll be 5.
Very cool. All right.
And I get 2 attacks per action. So
Okay. Go ahead and attack
fire
again. Ellys, you're next.
That one's gonna be close.
Okay.
17.
17. You aim that arrow right back where it did, and it clinks off of one of its black spikes off of its face, and it breaks. Now that we all know it's AC.
I know, right?
So that's love that. Ellys, actually, do you have any more bonus actions, Kraab?
I'm gonna take the hide.
Okay. Hide is the bonus action. Okay.
Yeah.
There is a bit there, so you do have full cover. So you hide instantly using classic goblin tactics. Love it, by the way.
Okay.
Anything else from you?
That would be my last thing.
Solid move. Ellys, and then Rynrielle, you're next.
How far away am I?
You are away. You are exactly diagonally 25 feet away from its face, but you can hit it 20 feet away.
Okay, and so its face is out of the water.
Its face is out. It's peering out of the water, of the rain.
Okay.
It is not in the surface of the water.
Okay. Alice is gonna run over and she's just gonna straight start punching.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I get 2 unarmed strikes, and I'm gonna use flurry of blows, which gives me 2 more.
Oh, so 4 hits.
So
Very, very nice.
4, yeah.
Okay, roll 4 attacks.
The first one is 27,
27 hits.
and they are magical.
They are magical for monks.
yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
So as you go to hit, you feel that familiarity of your key hardening your skin outward, almost like iron, as you go in for a haymaker. See, I can describe a punch once or twice.
Yeah.
That's it, though.
You got at least 4 in this round.
I got 4. I'm done.
Haymaker, 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 haymaker.
So that's 8 damage for the first one.
8 damage. Okay.
Her second hit, she goes in, and that is a 28 to hit
That hits.
with another 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay.
And her flurry of blows.
Oh my god.
We have a 12.
12 misses.
12 misses. So
Okay.
her second one.
One more. That's 1
is
key
a
point.
23.
23 hits.
And that is.
I'm gonna start demanding digital dice.
It is digital.
Is it really? Oh, I'm gonna start
digital.
demanding
You
hard dice then. Whatever the other one
Let's
is.
see. And that is another 7 damage.
Very nice.
And because I am way of the open hand, they
Okay.
cannot take a reaction until the end of my next turn.
Oh man, you know your
That's
character. I love
nice.
that. Okay, they cannot take a reaction, which includes attack of opportunity for those who are nearby. That's going to bring us
Ooh,
to.
in that
what's
case,
up?
I'm gonna back up a little bit.
Oh,
I have-
I mean, you
I
do
have
have some extra
40
movement.
I
Yep.
have 40 feet of movement, so I'm gonna back up another. I moved 20. I'm gonna move back 20.
That guerrilla tactics. It's rough.
Yeah.
And that's going to bring us to Rynrielle, and then Saw is next.
Ryn is gonna take out her short bow and shoot an arrow. That is a 14 to hit.
14, it clanks and it just misses right. It goes right through the waterfall. The rain.
Ew, poo.
Is that your only attack?
Yes, and then
It
I'm
is.
gonna take hide as a bonus action.
Okay. What's your class again? Are you rogue or ranger?
I'm a rogue.
Rogue has 1 attack. Yeah, that's always the. Okay, so you use the bonus action to hide. There is a thing. I want to move your token just a little bit, just so you can see where the actual hide is. There is a wall right there, and that's going to bring us to Saw, and then Elfaba's next. Saw. And you are where the staircase meets the water, and you are 30. You're 25 feet away to attack, 30 away from its face.
Cool.
There's a large creature.
Saw is immediately going to take out their staff and slam it on the ground. And as they do so, the staff lights up and glows in this green magical energy as some things sprout from the top. And I have just cast Shillelagh on my staff.
Cool. I imagine your staff goes in, firmly plants it into the stone of the ground, and it uses the water like roots, where your staff turns into an instant tree, pretty much. And just, I love that.
And then while the staff is there, Saw is going to, continuing with this tree metaphor, we're going to say that it actually does plant roots for a hot second, so Saw can let go. And they put both of their hands out. And can you give me a giant octopus right here?
Oh, good.
On
Yeah,
this side?
yeah,
and
totally. I
on
have one of
this
those.
Sumner just has a giant octopus ready to go. 100%.
Yeah.
Which one is my only question, right?
Yeah, any form, any kind of a giant octopus type deal. So yeah, on either side of the dude, 15 feet away.
15 feet away. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Look at that giant. Yep, that's a giant octopus.
And Saw is going to very calmly use the rest of their movement, wading forward into the battlefield, basically right in between their two summons.
Okay.
And as they do so, you all see them with their shield. They've got 2 sets of straps on their shield. And you see them start to unbuckle a set of straps that just hangs down loosely off of the shield. And that is Saw's turn.
Very cool. That was one heck of a turn. I love that description. That's going to bring us to Elfaba, and then I am next.
All right, well, Elfaba, hovering on her broom, and question for you, DM: do you allow like bonus action spells and action spells to be cast on the same turn?
If the first thing you do is if you cast a spell, you can't do a bonus action spell.
Yeah,
I think,
Shillelagh is a cantrip, so
yeah.
that's the
If it's a
only reason that
cantrip,
works.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I can do a cantrip action and a bonus action spell.
Yes.
Okay.
That is
Great.
fine.
I will, in that case, I will cast Spiritual Weapon. And what you see as she like sort of like puts her palms together and this shimmering like long hairpin appears. It's like got this ornate end but a very sharp pointy tip. And it goes straight towards, it just sort of dives straight at the monster.
Oh, okay. Roll to attack. Spell attack.
Yes. That is a 17.
You see it, and it bites it as it goes into its mouth, and it just bites it before it goes in. Does it disappear, or does it stay? Is it still like in the material plane?
It stays in the
Stays.
material plane.
And he just has it in his mouth, and it drops. I don't know if it floats or anything, but it
hovers. It's like acts somewhat
perfect.
independently.
So it stops the momentum of it. Perfect. Okay. Anything else from you?
Yes.
Sorry.
And then
Keep interrupting.
Oh no, that's fine. I will. Yes. Okay. I am going to cast Sacred Flame as well.
Okay.
And that will be a dexterity throw.
24.
That is good enough. So I'm praying to my goddess, just please. But there isn't that conviction, as I still sort of wonder if there's something we could do that isn't violent. The flames go around it and the pin comes at it, but it stops it.
And you see steam beginning to instantly be like evaporating rain before it even has the chance to touch. It's a scene, but it misses.
And I will hover up a little bit. I'm going to get back just a little bit away from the party. Okay. Switch from measuring to moving and hover away and up like 10 feet over the water if the ceiling is that high. I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, the ceilings are very high. They're like 80 feet tall right now. It's like they're very, very high.
Great.
Which you presume is why people couldn't get in here. It's just way too deep, way too dangerous of a drop. Now, is that your full turn?
That is my full turn.
That is your full turn. Perfect. And how high up are you? How high up could you get?
I'm like 10 feet over the water.
You're 10 feet over the water. Okay, perfect. So, to the creature, you see this. You see its throat beginning to swell, and it begins to glow this green, veiny, and it just lets out this and this bubble comes out, and it splashes, releasing this gaseous, this green, horribly smelling gas. Everyone's gonna have to make a Constitution saving throw. I believe Saw has advantage on this.
Is it against poison?
It certainly is.
Then yes, I do. Also, I forgot I have to roll initiative for my octopi. And
Can we just put it immediately after you for simplicity's sake?
absolutely.
Is that cool? So it's you and then your octopus?
Yes,
You don't have
then
two,
in
you have
that-
one. Yeah.
No, I have two.
Sorry.
I have two.
I can't tell if you're pulling a fast one on me.
No, I have two because they are a challenge rating 1 monster and summon, what's it called? You can summon 2 CR1s
Okay.
or 1 CR2
Octopus.
or
This is a giant octopus, right?
Yeah, 2 giant octopi.
Okay, yeah, those are Sierra one. I just want to make sure before I give a player 2 giant octopus. I feel like that merits a second guess. So
Yeah, no, if that is what we're doing, then can I take the octopi turns after the after this guy, because they didn't get to go after my turn last time?
of course, yes, we'll do that. No problem. So cloud kill. So including these guys, well actually they're
so cloud kill.
yeah. Let's focus on the important thing. But yeah. So, let me have my fun too. I want to ruin things. So so everyone's gonna have to do a Constitution saving throw. Saw does have advantage because it is poison.
Saw rolled a 19. And let's see what the octopi roll.
Elfaba, you're actually out of range for this, so not you.
Oh, thank God. Because I rolled a natural 1.
No.
That good luck.
That's a big oof.
Well, mine wasn't better.
wait.
I rolled a 5. So.
I misspoke. No, it's 20-foot radius, not 10-foot radius. You are in this Elfaba. My apologies. I mean,
I rolled a 4.
rolled a 4. Who's? Okay, so numbers
I rolled
again.
A 10 plus 6 at 16.
10 plus 6 is 16.
I
Both
critted
of my
Sumner.
You critted? Okay. That's for Kraab. Perfect. I'm glad. Okay, cool. And then Ellys?
I rolled a 5.
You rolled. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. Okay, perfect.
Both my octopi rolled 16s.
16.
Woohoo!
Okay.
16 club with the octopus.
Sumner's getting like, okay, let's see, 12d6.
Mhm.
He's
Give me a
about to
sec.
chuckle.
I know.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to.
Ah, no, 24d6.
Okay. Everyone who
I've
failed
never
take
seen-
28 poison damage. If you succeeded,
is a
meaning you
fail?
got a 15 or 16 or higher,
Okay.
then you take half.
Oh, I just barely made that. Okay.
How much is
And
it?
what was the damage?
28. Does that what I said? 28?
Yeah.
I already moved on. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
You did.
28.
I did 14, so
Thank you.
it was
My
28.
short-term memory is ow. So
14. Oh, honey, I feel you on that one.
I'm squishy.
Yeah, that was rough.
and then it's going to use its movement to back into the rain where you no longer can see it.
What's the? Hold on. Let me see what the range of my glaive is real fast.
Okay.
10 feet. So it was within melee range of me, and I have Sentinel. So
You certainly do.
Oh,
So
I
you
get- my
go ahead.
opportunity attack gets advantage.
okay?
That was
Absolutely
poison
attack.
damage?
Up. So
Was-
let me roll.
Was that poison damage?
It was poison damage.
Then I only take 7.
Fantastic. Oh, you did it half of
Oh.
half. Nice.
Did it take the disengaged action, or did it just back up?
It just backed up. It did
Okay.
not take the disengage action, so you can take attack of opportunity.
10 plus. I think. I don't think it's gonna hit. Oh, 10 plus 8, 18.
10 plus 8, 18. Okay.
So roll 1d10 plus
Yep.
5. I don't have my d10 ready. Shit. Oh, no. It was just 9 damage.
9 damage. You feel this. You feel your blade go clean through one of its. It looks like a horn. This black, almost glass-like horn gets shinged off. Shinged is not a verb, but it is now, and it splashes into the ground, and it disappears into the wall of rain.
Okay.
And the octopi look like octopus.
Ready to fucking go.
I don't know if they're very expression like.
No, what they lack in expressions and phase, they make up for in body language, because they got a lot of body to.
Okay, perfect. I was about to say I'm about to give them eyebrows so you know how they're feeling.
No, you
Surprised?
just see
Angry.
like the tips of tentacles like
Skeptical.
writhing out of the water. It's very scary.
Okay.
Okay.
that is a terrifying sight. I love octopi. That's terrifying.
Is it their turn?
It is. You guys are out of you are out of initiative right now. My apologies. Until you find out where this thing is.
Oh,
It
well,
disengaged. Well, it ran away basically,
Yes,
and I got an attack of opportunity.
you did, and it fled through the wall of rain. You're out of initiative for now,
cool.
and your octopi are still active and
I
under
hope
your
you-
control, I presume.
I sure as hell hope so.
So I'm gonna call out to Ellys. I'm like,
Yeah.
Ellys, we got some hurt people over here. You got those lemon square things?
Oh, yeah.
Elfaba and Ryn got kind of fought it on.
Oh, I did too. But I'm gonna use my wholeness of body and regain 18 of those hit points for myself. And then I will
Nice.
run over and give my friends those lemon squares because I have 2 of them.
Yeah, Rin's looking mighty rough.
So let's add that 18 back to me.
What's 2d4 plus 2?
2d4 plus 2 each. Yep. For however many you eat.
That was a lucky roll.
You guys always ask for a to-go box. I'm just saying.
Where'd all this cat hair come from? I don't even have a cat. Lemon
Saw
squares are
is
sticky.
Well, of course we have a cat. She's right there. Rynrielle.
She's right there.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
The poor tabaxi.
So you said 2d4 plus 2?
Yes, per lemon square.
My d4 didn't betray me this time, guys.
That is surprising. What are the odds? 25%.
Man.
So, sorry, it's a stupid D&D joke. So, all right. So you guys are in this. Oh yeah, Saw, you seem pensive.
Yeah,
your
while
thought?
they are all doing this, Saw does not care that much because they did not take that much. They are fine, and they are very focused on this thing. So they're gonna make a perception check real quick
Okay.
to see if we can see where this thing went, and it's a nat 20 for 27.
Oh, wow.
Nat 20 for 27. Okay. So you feel that the water ripples and you're paying very close attention to the water, which is natural element, which we're just rolling with. You feel all the ripples and waves seem to only be coming from the people around you. If this creature is still nearby, it does not appear to be in this water.
Saw is going to send the octopi out to scout.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
And they have advantage on stealth checks in the water.
Okay.
So if you want, I can do the stealth check now, or you can wait until it comes into play and then let me know, hey, there's a thing.
Yeah, I'm going to basically in roll 20. I'm going to give them a bunch of light, so you can actually control them and push them around like they were torches, and use them as sentries, so to speak, or sentinels, whatever the right word is. Drones.
Centuries is me.
Sentries. That's right. That joke's untold, but perfect. So yeah, I can move your octopus around as well. I don't know if everyone else can see.
Can we see through that big wall of water?
Do you want to use the light spell to do it? I can...
Like, I want to send them through that big wall of water that I think the thing backed up into, right?
So peering through the water, the octopus will tell you that there's nothing here, and you cannot see through the water wall. You can only see silhouettes of light.
And can they swim to the other side of the wall?
Absolutely. Nothing is stopping them from doing that.
They're going to check the other side,
Okay.
which it's still just totally black.
Oh, weird. Vision? Oh, that's why. Derp.
There we go. Nothing.
Nothing there. It seems to be a symmetrical type area where it is a long channel, and both sides of the water raining down in the middle are the same.
This is its home turf. It knows all of the nooks and crannies, no matter how big it is.
Saw is going to nod
One of the
And then there-
octopus. Oh, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, no, it's okay. I was making the decision in my brain, and I am gonna do it. Saw is going to take their take the tighter buckles on their shield and unhook both of them, so they're just hanging loose. And Saw is then going to expend one of their uses of wild shape to wild shape into a polar bear.
Very
Um,
cool.
And as their arm expands, it perfectly fits the new leather
Like-
banding on their shield.
I love
The
that.
polar bear with a wooden shield.
Yes, bitch. Polar bear with a wooden shield and shillelagh, honey.
And they
You better
really want to know
believe
where
I
their golden
checked it
compass is.
beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love. That's exactly what I thought of.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Um,
and let's see, just for more flavor, they have a cloak that is pinned to their shell that has like a super long chain that usually just dangles, and now it's like filled out, so it's a bear with tattoos wearing a cloak with the shield.
Hilarious. That is one. I love it when you do this. It just looks so good on you.
Yeah, like min-max, but give it flavor.
All right. So they didn't see anything over there. We're gonna have to continue on down this way, I think.
Yeah, and well, part of the reason I shapeshifted into a polar bear,
Mhm.
can I smell for this guy?
You can smell for it. Yeah, roll perception. And in the meantime, one of your octopus begins to get curious and start to try to find food in this area, especially in the water where it's familiar. Can everyone else see where this octopus is out of curiosity?
No.
Okay, so it starts
No.
to go through a metal door and a cage door that's been clearly forced open. There's one on your side as well as the other side that you can't see at this moment, but the octopus is peering through, and it goes through another section of the room. And the other octopus starts to go through the opposite door, the one you guys start going through, almost like beckoning for you to follow, knowing that it's safe.
I'm gonna wave at Elfaba. I need a ride.
I'm coming, my friend.
The poor cat's gonna have to get wet. Unless you want to. I don't know, how heavy are you, Rynrielle?
Ugh, I'm heavy.
Okay, yeah, you can't ride on my shoulders.
I'm 6'7". I'm heavy.
Yeah.
Don't drop the bird though.
I still have.
This poor bird. Actually, the bird probably got hit by that cloud of
Oh no,
gas.
he's probably dead
Oh,
in my
shit,
pocket.
the cloud.
yeah. Oh man, you probably just have a poor poisoned bird. Oh man.
You look in your pocket and you see one more ration.
might wanna give that one a deep clean first, though.
I don't know how else to describe that.
I'm like, can you cook that out? Like, is that a thing?
Is
That
it
she
like
just pluck
boiling
it.
water?
I got a recipe for that if you don't want it.
Okay, I can't see where the octopus is.
Just follow me.
All right, there's
Okay.
another pigeon back at the mill that's about to be on the market. So
He's gonna catch his wife.
Rin is like going this way to see
Okay.
if she can avoid water.
okay,
But I don't
yeah,
think.
you go through. Roll perception for me.
Can you ride on the polar bear?
If you have the polar bear's consent, I don't see why not.
Saw's so cool with that.
I'm just saying, if I couldn't walk on water, I was gonna ask to ride the polar bear. So
It's a
Oh,
big
Well,
oof.
yeah, as you do.
Um,
as you do.
I rolled a 6, and that giant dice is going in jail.
which also I am a large creature at this point too. So I'm a one size category bigger.
Roll dexterity saving throw for me, Ren.
Okay.
You're hopefully good at
I'm better at those. Hopefully. That's a 13.
13.
Uh-oh.
You take 13 non-magical piercing damage as the walls with spikes as you step
Oh.
on a pressure plate.
Well,
In your cloak, you're pinned by your arm, but you're able to pull yourself free barely, without causing more damage to your arm.
cool, cause I'm not looking too good.
Saw just lets out a big and like walks over.
Should have gone in the water.
I don't know what's hiding under the water.
The octopuses do, though.
The octopuses do, and they relay to Saw, who I imagine relays to you guys via we're a polar bear. The octopus don't seem. They have like their tentacles are out of the water, like those little things, like from submarines. I forgot what they're called. And they're just like they look like thumbs up. Like everything's good.
Periscope.
Everything's good. Yeah, I almost said stethoscope, and I'm like that can't be right.
Sorry.
Ryn, as you free yourself and stop the bleeding temporarily, you find one of these chests that have been filled and overflowing with gold and jewels and various relics that look expensive, that are along with rubble that's like in the gold. It seems to be just casually here.
That's a little sus.
Said the treasure was left for whoever could get to it.
And looking
Hi,
around this
Asper.
room, I'm so sorry, Asperity, as you look around, you see that there's a bunch of statues. Most of them are still, the bigger ones are still standing. There's some relics that are in the ground. Even like sifting your feet through this water, you can feel your ankles like clanking up against like other things that are just like in this water. This is clearly a trophy room of some kind. Or was.
All right. Remember this room for when we come back, but I think we have something else to deal with first.
Yeah, saw rolled a 25 perception a little bit ago for sniffing out this dude with the bear smells. Yeah, saw wants to just gun this dude down. The animal instinct has took over.
So Asperity's basically just following this octopus at this point because she assumes wherever the octopus goes is more or less safe.
Mm-hmm. And the octopus don't seem to be reacting. They feel like they're the biggest, baddest thing in this water, and they're like, "This is my place."
And then she sees the stairs. She's like, "There's another platform over here." Calling back to everybody else.
Yeah, I'll just zoom over the water with me and Kraab. Just come over and join.
That's about as far as the octopus can probably. Well, no, they can go on land. They've been on land before.
They can hold their breath for an hour outside of water.
They wouldn't be happy about it, but they could.
Right.
Does Saw smell anything as a bear?
Smelling things. You smell the smell of death disappearing a little bit, and just kind of perceiving the entire area. It seems like you're completely alone. Even the gargling and croaks seem to have stopped.
Ryn is gonna look at that chest full of like gold and stuff, and I'm gonna roll perception because she doesn't need to get hurt again.
Fair enough.
And of course, I rolled trash. What is the... I rolled an 8.
You reach in and kind of like begin sifting like the surface level gold. You're like, can this one good? Okay, nah, this one's good. And you're really tentative, and it takes you a long time to realize, it's just gold. There's nothing in here.
Okay.
Nothing seems to come out until you find more gold, and you're fine. So
She stuffs them in her pockets before tentatively getting in the water to join everybody.
you can add 100 gold,
Ooh.
and there is so much more left.
Alright, so Asperity's gonna start walking up here and is going to do a perception check as she walks into the hallway just in case.
Yeah, you do just that. You look into the so you reach the other side of the water in this long chamber. Rain's still pouring on your right side. And you go up these stairs that bring you out of the water into just damp, humid area. And it seems to be a higher ground before it goes back down at the other side, but there's no water on the other side. There are vases, ceramic vases that fill this area. Columns have completely been destroyed, likely the columns that were originally holding up the second floor, which is no longer there. And it's just rubble, besides more gold.
Cool. All right. And this is really the only place it could go. I think the other octopus said it's identical down the other side, right, Sa?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I'm a bear. I just nod.
Mm-hmm. It's we're used to talking to you in animal form. We got your tells. Okay. I'm gonna keep on going forward. Does anybody else want to join me?
I'm joining you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Saw will honestly be in front.
Ryn is gonna wait till everybody else
Which-
goes because she doesn't want to go into another trap.
Which Saw is a size category bigger, so Saw is taking up like most of this hallway.
Kraab, roll perception for me.
Yeah, that's 7. It's good if we're playing craps.
No, sometimes you don't need a high roll for perception. You are paranoid and kind of looking around all of you. You can go right through the rain, left through the hallway, back where you came from, or forward and down the staircase. And as you look down the staircase, like I say staircase, like it's like 10 steps downward, you hear another trap being deployed all the way at the end of the hallway.
By something else.
Something else.
So I'm gonna let everybody know. Hey, there's something else down there because a trap went off. And Ryn's here.
Ooh, the big beastie set off one of its own traps, maybe.
Think you would have remembered it was there.
All right. So we know it's still littered with traps. The one near the start was set off already, but clearly nobody's gotten this far. Good job, guys. Let's keep going.
I would like to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Cast detect. What's the range on that? 30 feet?
Let me double check.
Yeah, I think it's 30 feet. I could be wrong. I play too much
It
D&D.
is 30 feet, yes. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you.
Okay, you can detect magic. You can detect that there's magical items in the water. You can detect that they're all up around you. They all seem to be very uncommon, wondrous items. Things like the cloak of billowing and just kind of like just cutesy stuff like that. There's definitely magic in the area, but nothing that like sticks out at you. Jesus, there's nothing that sticks out at you that's like, this is magical right here.
Mm-hmm.
You just see, generally, there's a sending stone here, kind of like that kind of thing.
Okay. I'm just
that's-
gonna.
Hey, Jim, can I do something after Elfaba?
Yeah, of course. Alpha, did you have anything else on with the
No, I'm just
detect
I'm
magic?
just gonna keep it on as we go forward.
Let me see here, Elfaba. If you step, I don't want to be restrained to a map by doing this, but you're kind of walking around and using your detect magic. You see this
Flying
pool of
around.
water, where the pool itself is magical, and you can tell that it is. I think you can tell the school of magic, if I'm right.
Yes.
I forgot the school of it, but for sake of time, it's trap magic. So there's something
Abjuration.
there, and then Kraab.
So,
Trap magic.
Trap magic. I forgot what it's called.
so wait, was that the pool we
Abjuration.
came from? Sorry,
Abjuration. Thank
where
you. That is it.
Yeah.
Which pool was that? Where is it on
The one closest to you.
there? Okay, that's
There's
cool.
two pools. One is filled with water, and then the other one is actually a pitfall that you look down and see a bunch of spikes.
Okay.
Fun.
Don't go in that water. Everybody, just don't touch it. It's bad.
So
No,
not on
no.
top of it either.
No, I don't know what will happen. It's definitely trapped.
Hey, Rin, that's a trap. Just in case you didn't hear.
Thanks.
As you bleed onto the floor. Thank
Yup.
you.
Rin, come here for a second.
Thanks.
And I cast a level 1 cure wounds on you. For 6 plus 4, 10 points of healing back to you, Rin.
Nice.
Better than
Heal that
nothing.
1 trap's damage, at least.
I'm not trying to believe
Yeah.
you, Ren. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But you do step on a pressure plate, and you cause no. So
10
That's
points of
somehow
damage.
all of the rest of us just missed.
Oh, I'm flying, so I'm not stepping on anything.
Kraab, did you want to do something?
Yeah, I wanted to reach into my gray bag of tricks,
Oh, okay.
and I'm gonna feel around in there, and there's something furry,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna roll a d8 to determine what it is.
Yep. I'm waiting to search which
Through a
token I'm pulling.
6. So it's a giant badger.
Yep.
Because we need badgers.
We need
Yep.
more friends.
We need more friends.
More
Especially
friends.
badgers.
This has become literally Dr. Doolittle.
It is.
Yeah, you guys are very Dr. Doolittle-y, and it's very funny.
So
I mean,
according to
we
this thing,
have-
it's friendly. It acts on my turn. I can use it to command how the creature moves and stuff.
Yes.
So I'm gonna look at the badger and go,
Hey, I want you to hang out on the broom with Elfaba, and anything comes around, make sure you protect her.
Aw.
Oh,
Oh.
guard badger.
The badger stands up on
I wanted
rear
to use
feet.
the bag.
Wait, what?
Oh no, I wanted to use the bag before the stream.
Oh no, I'm glad you did too. Perfect. Yeah, in this room, you see up ahead that this blade that has come out of the wall, similar to what you came across earlier in the dungeon, but has been deployed. It's dripping black.
So that must have been that's what the thing was dripping. Must have gotten itself caught in its own trap. Well, in its previous, formerly known as trap.
I think Saw is gonna walk up in bear form and sniff it and try to get the scent of the blood. So that way Saw can try to track it down as a bear
Okay.
and just voodoo, 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 voodoo.
I love that. You are following it directly. Roll perception with advantage.
100% following it directly. Oh, that's a 26.
26. Yeah, you are. I'm going to take your token if you don't mind.
Go for it.
And Rynrielle, are you riding? No, I thought Ellys was riding, right? Ellys is riding the polar bear.
No, because I
I
could walk
just-
on the water, but
Oh, that's right.
it was a thought.
Saw.
I just happened to be there.
You and you make a beeline. Anyone can follow as closely as they want to this polar bear,
Polar bear.
all the way over
What?
to the blade, and you can tell that it is up these stairs and immediately to the right.
Boom, boom. Guess what we're doing as my octopi slowly follow along at 10 feet around.
Yeah, Ellys will run right after.
That's
as
10
monk
feet a
with her-
second. It's fine.
With her monk speed, she'll keep up.
10 feet every 6
Yep,
seconds.
I will follow on the broom.
Right.
Kraab, did you
Rin
get down or are you still on
Rin
the
is
broom?
still skeptical of the floor, so she's like tiptoeing everywhere.
I
It's
jumped
fine.
back on.
Okay.
I'm on with the badger.
The badger's in your lap.
Badger,
It's a giant badger. I think the badger's bigger than the.
The goblin.
Oh, sure.
Probably bigger than me.
You're in the badger's lap.
Now we're gonna stay in the same initiative order, but as Kraab gets there, you look immediately to you and you feel this breath on your right side. And it does what it does, right? And it's going to attack. So initiative order, it's going to get the first, and we're going to continue with the initiative order if that's okay with you guys. Let me move things around just a little bit.
I love
I
how
want
many
to
times
move.
you just name
Hey,
dropped the
Sam.
channel we're on, by the way.
Wait, what? Oh,
love how
initiative
many-
order.
Sumner, can you move my token too? I lost track of people's because of the dynamic lighting thing.
Yes, it's okay. Yeah. Dynamic lighting's a little tricky. I wish you guys can see what each of you can see, but I don't know how to do that. Anyway, so it's because I'm silly. So okay,
Because roll 20 is wonderful but very complex.
very complex. Okay, so he's gonna get the first attack, and immediately after the creature, though, Kraab is going to attack next, and then Ellys is after that immediately.
Now, question: was Kraab on
Yes.
the room with me? We said he was not. That which means that I would be up there.
Oh, you're
Well,
up there.
I lost track of you. I see you now.
Yeah, I'm back. But yeah. I would.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
that changes things a little bit. Okay.
Really? Yeah.
Well, it's okay. Well, Polar Bear sees this creature acknowledging that they're coming towards them. He's going to take the attack action, and then Kraab is going to immediately be next in the initiative order, which is this channel. He's going to run forward and attack with 3 attacks towards Sa and your Polar Bear form. Oh, come on. Okay, and that's going to be a 15 to hit on his bite. And then 20. 4?
Okay, sorry, go for it.
No. What does the bite hit on 15?
Yeah.
It does. Okay, cool. So that definitely hits, and then his claws are at 11. I assume that misses. Okay, so he's going to do the 2 attacks here. It's going to be, you are going to take 5 necrotic damage from his bite, and 7 piercing damage, non-magical. Magical damage, and then his claws are going to cause 10 slashing damage to your Polar Bear form. And that will bring us
Polar bear.
immediately to Kraab. What's that?
Polar bear form does not like that.
No, it does not. Not a big fan.
Hurt bear.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
You can
Hey,
barely
real quick,
stand
Sumner.
Yes.
Is this a Colossus?
Oh,
Would
Jesus.
this be
Go ahead.
following under Colossus Slayer or no?
Colossus Slayer? No, I believe that is.
Okay.
What's the size? Is it gargantuan? For Colossus character? Or giant? It's giant. He's not giant.
Okay, just checking. All
I
right.
think it's giant. I could be wrong.
All
He's
right,
large.
So, riding shotgun with Elfaba, I'm gonna take 2 shots from the broom.
Very nice. Okay.
Let me roll them both. Save time.
Always a good idea. And then
Let's
Ellys, you're
see
next.
here. So 18 and 22.
18 and 22. Those both hit, baby. Non-magical piercing damage. Roll that damage.
Magical 1d6 plus 3. I'll roll them both. That'll be 6 and 6.
6 and 6. Very nice. So that's that much. Okay. Very cool. So those land directly into its chest cavity, and you feel them. You hear them register.
And because I forgot how to play my character, I ran this backwards, but I'm gonna run Hunter's Mark on it.
Hunter's
my
Mark,
bonus.
that's completely fine. So that's your bonus action is Hunter's Mark. So you have advantage, I believe, and a D6 extra. Is that right? Something like that?
Wish I wish
Or is
it
it just
gave you
D6?
advantage.
No, it's not.
No, it's not
It's
advantage,
just an extra
is
D6. That's
It's
it.
just a D6. My bad.
Yeah.
I wish
So,
it gave
next
you
round.
That would be
My
Thanks,
bad.
Coral.
nice.
Always looking out for my best interest. So
If you want.
you're such an opportunist. I love it.
That'll be my turn.
Okay, perfect. No, did you roll your
People
D6?
want
Your extra
to give
D6
me
for Hunter's
nice
Mark?
things.
Oh, okay. You're very
Yeah.
generous because
Yeah.
I forgot about it.
That's okay. You're a guest here, buddy.
Oh, why? Thank you. Do I get to roll both of those?
Just the one.
Just
Just the one.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's not that generous.
1d6.
Not that generous. I give
that'll
it,
be
then
an
I
extra
take it
5.
away. Okay, perfect. All right. And that's going to bring us to Ellys, and then Ryn, you're next.
Yes. How far away am I?
You are exactly 25 feet away.
Okay, so she's gonna run up 25 feet, fists first, start punching.
All right. You run up and you start punching his buns.
And I'm gonna use the flurry of blows again, so
Okay. So that's what? 5 hits total?
4.
Been way too
I'll
long
do
since
5
my
if you
buns
want,
have
but-
been punched.
So she's really like, because he seems very tall. She's like hitting him in the kneecaps, pretty much.
Yes, he's very tall. So you are going for the kneecaps.
That is a
As if that's a merciful.
28 for the first one.
28 hits.
Let's see. 25 for the second one.
Yeah, you know it. You just roll all of them and tell me
I'm
your
rolling them
lowest.
all. 24 for the third,
Yeah, that hits. You know it.
and 16 for the last one.
Ha ha! You miss.
1 and 4.
Finally a miss.
You didn't sink my battleship.
8. 12.
Okay. 20.
Why won't you let me hit that button? And another 8.
And an 8. Very cool. So
And
28.
then he can't take a reaction again until the end of my turn.
Love it. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah. And it's all magical.
And it's all magical. It certainly is. Do you have any? That is your bonus action for your thing. Movement. So you were right up on it. Do you want to back away?
Yeah, I'm gonna back away. I have 40 feet, so as far back
Yeah.
as
You have plenty of
whenever
room.
I moved up, I'm gonna move my remaining.
Perfect. Okay. Perfect. And that's gonna bring us to Ryn, and then Saw, you're next.
Okay, I am going to shoot it with my short bow.
Love it.
That's 14 to hit. I hate myself.
It clinks and the arrow breaks on its skin. And that's your rogue move. Anything else? I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'm just gonna take the bonus action to hide because I'm the squishy.
Okay. You are squishy. You're gonna make sure that there's no traps behind this one, and there isn't, and you are full cover. That's gonna bring us to Saw, and then Elfaba, you're next.
Are we still within a minute of our last combat?
You are not.
All right. Then in that case, Saw is going to toss their now unmagical stick to the side.
Okay.
And you know what?
We'll say it's a free
They're
action.
they're gonna take they're going to bonus action. Yep, as a bonus action, their tattoo starts to fucking like move and writhe around them as they activate it. And I get an extra d6 force damage on my melee attacks or unarmed weapon attacks, and they can reach up to 15 feet away.
Goodness.
So, yeah, I'm gonna boppity bop with this polar bear.
Well, bop away, sir. Ma'am. Sorry.
They're they. So I don't know. Neither of them would work for that. We'll do. Just add 1 to this.
Bop
One,
away,
okay.
turtle.
Yes. 17 to hit.
17 to hit. It misses. You feel the,
Damn.
and you feel like you're punching stone.
All right. And now we're gonna go with a bite.
Go for the bite. You're gonna bite it back.
Almost a nat 20, but it's a 22.
So close. That 22 definitely hits though.
Okay, great. And that was a 6 on the die. Plus 5, plus 1 more, because the tattoo, which I
Okay.
hope extends to my teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So that's 12 piercing damage, and it is magical because I'm a moon druid.
Sweet. You sink your teeth in and you just feel this like viscous black begin to drool down your jaw, and it drips down on the ground as it is very bloodied.
Beautiful. That will be Saw's turn as the octopi. Ooh, how far is this octopus? Is this guy? Ooh, this octopi is going to go hang out in the corner here and use its 15-foot reach to
Oh my
attack
God.
anyways.
That is so. It's like, I don't know if y'all have ever seen like a cephalopod out of the water, but it's just flat, just
Yeah. it's like a little.
I'm not even gonna look at the character sheet to see if it can do this out of water because I want it to work so bad. So please roll to attack.
It can. Like, yeah, that's the thing. Giant, we don't realize how OP giant octopi are. They're pretty fucking cool.
I trust you implicitly, and I probably shouldn't. So
Take advantage of it, Coral. Take advantage of it.
hey, we're having fun here, right?
It's only a 16, so I don't think that hits.
Okay.
16
16 does not hit. Yeah. It just kind of.
All right.
It just kind of poops like on its. Poops is not the right word, but it's fine. Plops.
It's
That's the
okay.
word.
Then the other octopi is going to come around from the back and use a dash action. He'll go 20 feet.
Just like. That is a sight.
That is a-
It crawls
ever
over
seen-
endless amounts of gold and treasure,
I'm
and it's
so
just like.
sad none of us can see this.
It's true. You just hear coins jingling very fast.
As in suction cups, like
Yep.
pick up coins, and they're just like stuck to the bottom.
I probably should make the gold difficult terrain, but I want to see this octopus succeed. So, we support animals on this channel.
Should.
Yeah. I'm scared to ask. Is that your full turn?
That is my full turn. Yes.
Elfaba and Asperity, you're next.
All right. Well, so I still have detect magic up. What?
Okay. Yeah. I think you last
What?
for a minute.
It
And you
lasts
didn't
a
cast it that
minute.
long ago.
Up to
I
10
think
minutes.
it's a 10 minutes. Okay, cool. I'm wrong a lot. So, cool.
There's a lot to remember.
I know.
So what is there magic coming off of this giant toad?
You can tell that it's able to cast magic. It is innately magical.
Okay. Cool.
But it's not like a magical item.
Well, and it's not like an illusion or something.
No, perfect. No, it's exactly right. Yeah, it's a creature. It's innately magical.
Cool. All right.
Good thinking.
In that case,
You know what we're fighting? I have to ask.
I don't.
Elfaba. You as a player, do you know what this is?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I want to go back to what you just said at the end of this. I'm very curious what you think. But go
Okay.
ahead.
I'm just paranoid.
Oh, okay. That's fair
Yeah.
too.
So, okay. In that case, I am going to beseech my goddess to protect us and send little cherubic guardians to swirl all around us, and attack the toad and cast spirit guardians.
Spirit Guardians. So good.
It's
And that-
such a good cleric spell.
It's my favorite cleric spell. I stole it when I was a bard because I'm like, I don't want to be without it.
Yeah.
I was about to
Um,
say it's such a good spell that it is like at the top of the magical secrets list.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's a flat 20 damage, something like that.
No, this one you do roll for it. It's it can be let's see. I
That's-
think it's 3d8. Yeah,
What am I
3d8
thinking of?
radiant damage.
You're thinking of Guardian of the Faith or something like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
something like
It-
that. Okay.
It's like a stationary shield or sword.
Oh, it's the
bitch.
5th level spell. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
GW can attest, but I always use this spell.
So is it a saving throw for me?
Yes, it is. It's a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. 15.
That meets it, so it will take half.
Okay.
Okay, that is not a superb roll, so that's 10 damage total, so 5 radiant damage. And I am out of its range right now, yes?
You are
Oh,
out of its swinging range.
like
Where
I
are
wouldn't-
you?
I'm right.
Okay, you're
I'm next
so
to Saw.
so right in front of for all of our viewers, we have the creature Saw as polar bear. You're still polar bear, right? Yeah, you are. I believe, yeah. And then we have Elfaba, Badger, Kraab, and Ellys. Everyone is like immediately behind them, out of range. And the creature is like holding this ground, stopping them from going into the next room.
All right. So I want to. I actually want to hover back a bit. I'm gonna put my spirit guardians out on roll 20. That's what 15 feet radius, I think.
Spirit Guardians.
Okay. Back up a little bit.
Yep.
So cover back Kraab as well.
Very cool.
All right. And
my speed is
that-
halved. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that will be my full turn.
Very cool. Very effective. And that'll bring us to Asperity, and then I go next.
Right. Asperity is at the start of her turn, she's gonna do a bonus action to rage, finally. So she kind of bares her teeth, which are much more like wolves' teeth than human teeth.
Ooh.
And she kind of bares her teeth at it and runs around. I cannot control my toe. Oh, yes, I can. I'm just trying not to touch my toe. Run around Elfaba and Saw to get into range and just start swinging this glaive and
Nice.
bring it down on this toad creature.
All right. Roll to attack.
It's a 14 plus 5. No, wait, 14 plus. Where's my sheet? 14 plus 8 to hit.
That hits.
So 1d10 plus 5 plus 2. 5 plus 5 plus 2 is 12 damage on the first attack.
Oof. Okay.
And then she's gonna go right ahead and just go right down again with the second attack. Oh, that's not one though, so that don't hit.
Okay. And this is not magical damage, correct?
This is a magical glaive. It's a plus
It's
1.
magical wave. Perfection. Cool. All right. Any bonus
and-
actions?
My bonus action was to rage, so just
Oh, duh. Okay.
for my monk companion or anybody else who does melee attacks, because of my wolf totem, you get what do you get? Advantage on melee attack rolls against any hostile creature.
Because the monk needs help hitting things. Yeah.
Just so you know, now
Does the
you can
26 hit?
Fish.
Yes, it hits.
The monk, the moon druid, who's currently a
Yep,
fucking
I
polar
was gonna
bear.
say, I'm
Yeah.
really
No, I
almost
know the
in
polar bear needs it too. But I'm just,
So I have
It's
to
a
roll
backseat
8
rogue
dice.
that can just attack with her
Yeah,
claws
yeah.
too.
I just like imagining the monk's like, that's okay.
Okay.
Cool. And
That's my turn.
That's your full turn, and
I
that's
don't
gonna
back
bring
away.
us to the what?
I said I don't back away.
Oh, its throat begins to swell again, like you saw it before, and it begins to. You see the light on the inside, more fiery this time instead of a green, and it, and immediately outside the bubble instantly bursts, and a fireball hits. Everyone do dexterity saving throw.
Now, but when he begins its turn inside of the Spirit Guardians, it
Oh.
does have to make the save again.
Oh, it does. Thank you. Okay. Oh, 5.
That was a much better roll too. So it'll take all of this damage.
Nice.
That's 5 plus 6 plus 7 is 18.
18. Okay, let me re-describe how he does this then.
Yeah.
He's on the ground, and he, as like a last-ditch effort, does the fireball. Now do dexterity saving throw. But now he looks rough.
This is an effect I can see, right?
Say again.
This is an effect I can see.
This is effect you can see.
So I
Absolutely.
get advantage. Yay!
Yes. Yeah, you can absolutely see this.
I'm so glad I was another natural 1.
And Rin, you should have
Oh my
uncanny
God,
dodge
that
if you're
was
level
2
6.
natural 1s in a row.
Oh.
no.
Why did this happen to me?
I did
I
right
just
roll
really want
my
you to hurt
my
a little
dex,
bit.
but
You can
I
back
can
away.
uncanny dodge too.
You can. So anyone who got below a 16, 15 or lower.
I got a 15.
Oh,
I got
no.
Oh,
2
just-
natural 1s. How does that happen?
I wanted
Does one
to
of
be
my
solidarity with
octopi-
Asperity, so I threw a 1 also.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh.
You're like,
Fish.
Oh no.
So
I
I can
was-
either
I was-
uncanny dodge or use my 25. So
I would use your 25. Save that uncanny
Uh,
dodge.
Uncanny
Yeah.
dodge is only against attack rolls, actually.
Oh, well.
Because you already have evasion for dex saves.
Oh, I thought I worked for Fireball. We're gonna say I already said she could use it, so I want to stick to my word here. But
She
but
also
I
rolled a
appreciate it.
25, so
She also rolled a 20. That's also very fair.
she isn't taking damage.
Everyone who
either
failed
way.
takes 28 fire damage,
Oof.
and the other is if they failed. I mean, they succeeded 14.
brilliant.
as you're instantly scorched, but the second you feel the pain of this scorching heat, the heat disappears.
That hurts.
So I'm taking 14.
You're taking 14. Yep. If you
You-
succeeded. 28 if you failed. And then that will
You
bring
all
us to
see-
Kraab.
You all see a polar bear shrink back down to the size of a turtle.
Turtle.
Yeah. Now you're back at pretty much full health.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
no.
I just went from 20 HP to 42 HP.
Yeah, somehow. Yeah, ain't that some shit? So, like,
That's
yeah,
better than my 7.
love that.
The badger made it because it had 50 hit points, I think. Nope, it didn't make it.
Okay,
Sorry, I read it wrong. It's 13.
Oh, yeah.
It got fried.
I was like,
Oh,
man,
no.
how does the badger have so many hit points?
Why is
No,
that
I
badger
read-
more hit points
I read the
than
wrong
me?
thing. Yeah. So the badger
my-
is toast,
The
so I pick it
octopus
up
is still
and
there.
kind of say some words and I put it on the side.
So 14
And-
points of damage, downs Rin, guys.
Oh no.
So I'm going to shake Elfaba and say,
We got a problem. Rin's down. You got any more of that magic stuff?
I do. I'm on it. You focus on the toad. It looks like it's almost down.
okay, so I'm going to take my 2 attacks. And... That's brutal. Yeah, I'm going to miss both. 14 and 17.
Yeah, you clank both of them. I'm so sorry. The arrows do break off of its carapace. Do you have any bonus actions you wish to use?
Nothing that I can attack it with, I think.
Okay. Okay, and that will go ahead and bring us to Ellys, and then Rin is next for a death
Okay.
saving throw.
So Ellys is gonna run up and do her 4 punches. This thing is down, right?
Remember, you get advantage on them.
It is.
That's
You get advantage.
okay. So that's
Not that you need it.
That's 8 d20s I have to roll.
Let's do one because I have a sneaking suspicion.
Okay, we'll start with one.
Call it intuition.
That's either a 26
Yeah, that hits.
or a 20. So a 26.
Yeah. The AC is 18.
Yeah, we've
8.
determined that.
8 damage.
Okay. Probably one more hit then.
Okay.
Oh, it was really close.
14.
Miss. Okay. With the advantage?
No, 22 with advantage.
There we go. Okay, cool. How do you kill it?
So it's down, and she doesn't get to punch faces very often because everything's taller than her. So she's going right for the head and just down straight into the top of its head and just feeling it squish under her fist. She's pretty mad about that fireball. She's down to 7 hit points, so
Yeah, that was a big blast.
she's real upset about it.
Yeah, your fist goes right through it, and you feel stone hit your equally resilient fist as you see its head and skull around your arm as it is fallen. And before you, you see a room filled with gold, relics, anything you can imagine. The best possible situation for any adventurer in their lifetime is now yours for the taking. You have done what you have needed to do. You have done the job, impromptu, and now life is for your taking. You have killed the Slod.
Oh.
It was a death Slod. Yeah.
God.
I feel bad because
And
he
I
seemed like a
didn't-
nice guy.
Hop off my broom very elegantly, drop over to my knees to Rin, and cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Nice. Rin, you really got the short stick there. I'm so sorry.
Sometimes it's just how the cookie crumbles.
I know.
Or the lemon bar.
Y'all are so fun though. You guys are killed it. I
So
love
much
all
fun.
your characters. Between Rin finding the traps the wrong way, Saw being super like descriptive with like how you cast all these spells. I'm a sucker for that. Ellys is so fun, by the way. I absolutely see why you wanted to play her again. Asperity is a badass. I think that goes without saying. You're like, danger? I don't even register it. Let's go say hey. So Kraab,
keep on moving.
Kraab is like such an ideal like goblin character. You really like envelop like the guerrilla tactics as well as like the crudeness of their demeanor. And then Elfaba is like the cleric to me, like from what I saw. Just everything, like casting the best spells at the right time, preventing damage as well as healing when you can, is just great. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, Sumner, for being a wonderful
Thank you, Sumner.
Oh,
Great
thank
game.
you. And it looks
Sound
like
effects, the descriptions that were so carefully crafted, like navigating through this, the pacing, the animal play was so good.
oh, thank you.
Yeah,
So
we
much
gotta go
fun.
back and get the
Thank you so
dog.
much.
No, the dog. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run back and
Yeah,
get the
sorry,
dog.
we need a little mini after scene where we go rescue the true treasure, the dog.
Yeah.
The
that's-
true treasure. Yeah.
We don't care about the gold. We're just happy we have a dog friend.
Yeah, literally. We need to make sure that the dog has a new home.
Mhm.
The dog is well taken care of.
All
She's a
the
sweet
money
dog.
goes to the dog.
Oh.
Yes.
And by the way, her collar was magical and made her bark against her will. So if you guys said the word silence, which was the answer to the riddle, it would have caused things to be unsilent again. It would have caused the wheel to turn, the pipe to burst, the dog to start barking again. But you guys never said the word silent, so it never came up. But speaking of money, we have raised the whole initiative order in all of these one shots. They've raised $1,120 over the weekend. Well done, everybody. That's awesome.
Hey!
For Jaspers Game Day.
Yay.
Yeah, that's it. I believe we have players waiting. I think we went over quite a bit, but I appreciate the expedient combat. That was awesome.
I think we're the last game.
Not expedient
I
trap
thought.
solving, but
Yeah.
expedient combat.
But I
But
believe
w-
one of us has another game to get to. So-
Lizzie
That's
has-
what it was.
Lizzie
That's what
has
it was.
a show.
Yeah.
Not too much pressure.
Yeah, not game on this channel, another channel.
No, not at all.
But
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 go
cool.
watch that next.
On
yeah.
that note, can we do outros?
Yeah, and we'll be good to go. You're up. Oh yeah. So we got to go. All right, guys. See you guys. We love you and thank you
Thanks,
again.
everyone.